Hello. Hello, everyone. Good evening and salutations to all. Hope everyone's ready to go ahead and have fun with some, jolly good fun here as we go ahead and have a murder solved later on tonight. This is going to be a special kind of like one-shot, holiday one-shot, one Foggy Eve. Not using an existing system, kind of like homebrewed, some powered by the apocalypse stuff, make some simple sheets for this for the characters to play as different archetypes. And speaking of the characters, how about we go ahead and meet some of the players? I'm pretty sure those of you who watch Shelter Sharn should be familiar with all of these people here. Let's go
Who are
ahead and
you?
yeah, let's go ahead and start over with Stone.
Oh, do I have to do an introduction of myself? Hello, I am Stone. I use they, them pronouns.
Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian. I use he, him pronouns. What's going on here? What's going on here?
And the laughing one.
Oh, I was waiting to make a She-Wolf reference the whole time. Hello, I'm Becca. I use any pronoun.
And that's the end of the stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, good stream, everyone. Thank you all for
Thanks for
stopping on by.
watching.
I was just waiting to go oh.
That's the end of the stream. He's season 8.
That's it. End of stream. Goodbye, everyone.
As for the characters, we can learn about these people in a little bit more depth just a few minutes, but if we don't want to have anything else we'd like to go over real quick, we can just start.
I mean, I would love to talk about Shakira's hit song, She-Wolf, actually. It's not enough time, but if we're on a bit of a time crunch, I guess we can move
would
forward.
like to talk about Gwen Stefani's hit song,
Last
Christmas, that I just got.
That shit is bananas.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
I'm glad we could all spell. Okay. We're gonna solve this case.
Let's go.
We're
Letters
just four
together.
quarters of a whole idiot.
What the?
A whole?
Are you saying we're all making an idiot?
We're all
Nate,
one
that's
idiot.
kind of bad.
Also,
Nate,
I wasn't the one
Nate.
that joined in on this.
Fine.
Speak
All
for
right,
yourself.
let's. No,
Thank
we
you.
need to get serious. We're about to do a murder mystery set in a Christmas location.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
One of my favorite
Oh.
songs from the Legally Blonde musical, Serious.
I don't
It's
know.
the one where Warren. It doesn't matter.
No. My favorite one is,
Last Christmas.
Nate, I hope you expected nothing less from us.
No, this is what
We're
I
back!
expected.
It's been so long since we've been here. Since last I've seen my son, Brian, my son, my baby boy.
Hey,
I've got to go.
All right, well.
Yeah, it's me, your mother. I'm calling. Like, you can't hang out with these kids anymore, Brian.
bad influences apparently.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not
Okay.
me. I'm not the problem. What are we doing here?
I don't
Oh,
know.
Gwen
know
Stefani saved
anymore.
me.
Do you not know? Wish I did.
I think we're good now. I think we're all prepped up for this. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and begin this murder mystery in this homebrewed system. North Pole City is like a snow globe. When you look at it, it's a beautiful piece of art in a dome, a picturesque view of winter and Christmas all at once, cheer and wonder filling the streets with bright colors and hallmark-labeled buildings. In truth, it's an illusion. A conjuring commercials in plastic with air trapped within ready to choke the life and joy out of you. Don't go eating snowflakes. Love, family, goodness. These mean nothing in the face of the corporate suits who came by and traded their merchandise with good Saint Nick. The strongest force on earth is not magic or whimsy, it is cold hand of greed, holding you down and turning your misery into money. Coins and glimmer not for you, but for the folks up top making the deals. The elves in the workshop with the broken toys of the island won't see nearly the same silver garlands wrapped around the fat cats at plum pudding, until one day the cold wraps around their throats in turn. It is in this city, gilded to hide the lead underneath, we take our next case. A crime committed on one foggy eve, in a district of NPC known as the Island of Misfit Toys. A week before Christmas, one Mr. Clark heard through his house no creature, not even a mouse. Outside the shutters he heard a loud crash, and away to the windows he ran in a flash. And to his horrified eyes what should appear but the corpse of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Shock and horror alarmed in the news the next day. Rudolph survived by his wife and their fawn. Ruled in accidents and flight practice, the days were ready to wind down in Yuletide, as nothing else was expected to be made of Rudolph's death. But North Pole City is like a snow globe. The stillness and serenity, the city changed as it gets shaken up. And at Jingle Bell Investigations, the hands ready to shake the city can be found. Nestled in the miserable Misers district, behind frosted windows and a flickering neon sign, somehow making it through a late bill payment, is this detective agency. The jangle of sleigh bells above the entrance barely masked the low hum of a saxophone drifting from the apartment below. Sepia photographs of missing gingerbread men and files for lost seals are scattered amongst letters with big red overdue printed on top. The ceiling fan spins lazily above, casting hypnotic shadows of candy cane stripes onto the moth-eaten rug below. Sitting on one side of a triangle desk, watching the fan spin by, is a man wide as boulder and cold, and could probably lift one too. Tall and pale as the snow outside, with short, slicked back, white blonde hair, and blue eyes so icy as to freeze the air around them. Decorated as much as a tree in the corner, with a scar over his right eye, piercing in ears and lip, and sleeve tattoos of toys running down his arms. An imposing image for a gentle soul that has not been trampled underfoot yet by the city, Michael Sawyer brings more brawn than brains to the agency. Sat on the tin metal chair opposite of the desk shared is a short and stocky elf in his late 40s. Messy auburn hair partially hidden by his cap from days long gone, wearing a faded red and green poncho from a flame abandoned. Black gloves, jeans, and boots with heels adorn tin cell. A joyful complexion belies years of toil at the workshop prior to this. Hands once callous from wrapping presents, now muddied in ink from paperwork. That slight scent of peppermint and exhaust fumes still permeates off of him, like a miasma of former misery. And on the final side of this desk is the last member of the crew. Jack of all trades in a box, a.k.a. Jolt. A toy of many talents. They are a face of the island as much as a member of the agency. Redly decorated and ready to spring to action, as would be needed. As the trio hear the sound of a rap at the door, and the mailman announced a special letter is sent to them. And for those at home, just help you all out. If we'd like to get a more in-depth description of things, of these three players as, the three characters as y'all hear the letter being sent to you. Anything else we would like to know about Michael Sawyer, Stone?
Michael Sawyer, he is known as the Muscle, a tall and imposing figure. However, he has a heart of gold, where he likes to use his strength and intimidation to help people out, and might not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but he likes to do what he can to solve cases and help those that are a little less fortunate than he is.
All right. And how about Tencel, Brian?
Well, Tinsel is a elf, short in stature compared to other elves. He carries himself like with a hardened look in his eye, jaded from the years that he spent wasting away in Yeah.
You have to keep talking before I say it.
They sing away in Santa's workshop. Known as the workshop to some people here. And left that life 5 years ago, but still the he has complicated feelings about it. Mostly negative, but
Don't worry. I mean, that makes sense coming from the Amazon the Santa's workshop.
Mhm.
Anyways, and for the third member, Becca, can you describe Jilt in more detail?
Jack of all trades in a box is a Jack in the Box from the Island of Misfit Toys. Kind of pulled himself up by his bootstraps if he had feet, but he doesn't because he is in a box. Kind of just, a box of like a bunch of different sides and compartments that open that he can pull basically any contraption out of because he's good at what he does. He performs, he sings, he likes to make a big show of that. He's good at everything. 'Cause that's what he's for.
Yeah, nobody likes.
But I am a little guy in a Jack in the Box, and I do have a little pencil mustache.
Yeah, nobody likes a Charlie in a box, but a Jilt in a box. But yeah, detectives, you hear this alert from the mailman, see the letters slide underneath your door.
I'll pick up and get it. I'll get up and go and pick it up.
Another eviction notice?
Probably. Does it say anything on it?
The front is missing a return address and only has your own address on it. If you were to open the letter up, you'd be able to get a piece of parchment with candy cane and peppermint decorations along the border, asking at you all. Rudolph was not killed in an accident. Please solve his murder. Payment up front. Double this when you're done. And sure enough, if you were to kind of like move the parchment out of the way and look back into the envelope, you'd be able to see that there is $2,500 already in there.
Oh shit. It's not
Oh.
eviction, but it is money.
Sorry, a $2,500 check without a name to it.
Wow.
Without a name.
That's kind of useless then,
Yeah.
because they need a signature on it. So that's
Right.
flat out can't do anything about it. That's not money up front. That's just a check that we can't do shit with.
Nope.
Things work differently here, as long as you have the proof.
No.
I'll show the letter to everyone else.
I'll take a long sniff of the peppermint letter.
I'll
You
also
always
look
have to
at
do
it.
that?
Mind telling me where
Is
it's
it-
from?
Are you trying to figure out where it's from just by sniffing it?
Fuck it, yeah, Nate.
Okay.
If you'll let me, yeah, let me roll some dice.
Roll sharp, I guess.
Oh, great. Okay.
Oh, I can use my D6.
Oh my lord.
Are we? Yeah.
Are we doing school or are we doing?
I got a 6.
All right, I believe that's a failure, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, so-
that is correct.
Yeah, so you'll go
I
ahead
get a
and
paper
just.
cut along my nose.
You just get a big old whiff of peppermint. And it's just like
I'd like to say, let y'all
I'm a
know, it's
boy.
not that there was actual candy canes and peppermints on the border. It's just like prints of them. It was a decorative border for the envelope.
I don't
letter, I mean.
believe you. I'm checking again.
We're all doing a big sniff.
You all get the same result. It smells like paper. There
Don't
is a
smell
little bit
it.
of a peppermint smell to it, I will say, but
Oh,
that's
Oh, you
it.
fucking liar!
Fine, I'll
It
give...
smells like paper, but also
I
peppermint.
have a question.
Everything smells like
Um,
peppermint here.
Oh, horrible.
We famously know about Rudolph's death.
Yeah, it just happened like
Famously.
last night, and like this is the morning after the news. You're all detectives, you're all well informed, so you would understand about this already.
Um, hmm. Do I recognize if this paper looks like anything that would come from the workshop?
The workshop uses all kinds of different stationery for different assignments. It's been a long time since you've been there, so free information is that you wouldn't know offhand if this is something from the workshop or if this was parchment someone else could have just had normally. It's not specialty kind of paper here in North Pole City.
This reek.
It smells like peppermint. I don't think it smells that bad, but
This reeks of peppermint.
yeah. Is it something worth looking into?
Well,
The money's worth looking into.
It's true, yeah.
Not that I
And-
really care about a nepo baby getting murdered, but
That's, I mean,
the nepo.
you're not wrong.
I'm not. He's a fucking
No.
nepo baby. Come
Famously
on,
the child of one of Santa's reindeers already.
two
Yeah.
Santa's reindeers. Fucking get both of them.
I mean, you're not wrong, but yeah, this money would be really nice. We did the eviction notice is still on the desk, so
I can put it in the shredder again.
yeah, you should probably do that.
I pull up I have a shredder in one of my compartments. I'm gonna shred it. It's a crank shredder, so I have to like crank myself. It plays a little tune. But it does shred it.
It plays famously Last Christmas from Kids Bop.
I can't believe you're still listening to that.
During our introductions, it was doing Cheetah Girl.
God. Well, head to the crime scene. I can't decide which voice I'm doing, so I'm doing all of them.
You just switch voice. Your character just switch voices.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Bond to pop up.
Listen, if I can narrow it down to one voice, I'll be Strahd von Zarovich if you want me to. That'd be easier than doing anything else. I believe we should probably. Now you've done it. We should go do that then. We should report to the crime scene and see what we can kind of do there. It's the vibe. Sorry, I'm doing some
A
accent work.
I can tell.
I'm very talented.
Yeah.
Very talented, from what I can tell.
Yeah. We know.
Piss
Anyway,
on the
let's
box.
go to the crime
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's head to the crime scene.
Do I get uppies from either of you?
I'll pick you up.
Thank you.
Alright.
I am a
Uppies.
toy.
I'm just a designated
I
carrier.
think, yeah, I was about to say, I think you're the only one that can because I'm a little like.
Yeah, you're only like 3.5 feet tall.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I'm like,
I'm a jack in the box. I'm like
an
this big.
I'm an elf from Santa's workshop.
How tall am I again? Like I'm 6'5".
Oh my god.
You're two of me.
I'm literally.
The two of us stacked on top of each other wouldn't even be like
No.
up to your navel.
Alright, you all
Alright, I'll
begin your travel to the scene of the crime, nestled
old
within
baby
the
born.
island of misfit toys. Once a forgotten corner of the North Pole, it has become a slum district lost in the shadows of tinsel-covered towers. The wind carrying the bitter cold of neglect howled through the ramshackle structures made of discarded parts and broken dreams. This forgotten realm was where the rejected and abandoned found solace. But there's no cheer here, only the echoes of a forsaken innocence. The neon glow of Santa's workshop, a distant beacon of opulence, cast flickering shadows on the mismatched rooftops on the makeshift dwellings. The once cheerful colors of forsaken dolls and discarded toy soldiers had faded into a muted palette, reflecting the despair that clung into the air like a heavy fog. The air was thick with an acrid scent of burning plastic, a makeshift attempt to ward off the biting cold. Stray cats, fur-matted and forlorn, prowled through the decaying remnants of once beloved playthings. The flickering streetlights, their garish glow, barely holding onto life, painted the scene with a sickly ambiance that mirrored the shattered dreams of those who sought refuge on this island of misfit toys. In the shadows, makeshift clubs and bars offered solace to those who had been discarded by the glittering world beyond. The melancholy notes of a jazz saxophone drifted through the air, a haunting soundtrack to the lost hopes and abandoned aspirations that lingered in every corner of this noir tableau. The crime scene in particular happened right in front of the... happened on the Mistletoe Street, which... on Mistletoe Street, nestled between the Noel Apartments and the Palace, aka the community center, and also where known gang leader King Moonracer led his operations. As you approach the scene, you can see that there is still a couple candy cane decorated police officers of NPC hang around examining the scene itself, seeming to be packing things up and rolling the tape back up. A few confused and bewildered citizens, toys, elves, human alike, can be seen looking around in confusion. Whereas on the palace side, you see not even a sentry looking out.
The cops are wrapping up.
Well, looks like that, yeah.
I'll kind of gesture to be put down on the ground. And then I will hop my little toy self over to one of the officers. Using my spring to kind of like, you know.
I'll stand behind you and cross
Yeah.
my arms.
Yeah.
You move up and you can see that the officer in question is the commissioner. It is Commissioner Frost himself. Who, as you kind of like spring forward and make yourself known, Frost will go ahead and look down back at you.
Commissioner!
Jingle Bell Operations. What brings you here?
What on earth do you think brings us here?
I don't think you've noticed, but there's not much of a crime here. Case closed already.
You're closing the case that quickly when Sonia and Dia has been murdered?
Was that supposed to be a pun?
Wasn't supposed
A
to
person
be,
died
but-
here.
And clearly you'd think it's just good enough to call it, be like, oh, not anything, no foul play here. So, closing the case that soon.
We got the evidence we needed. What can I say?
And you're not going to care to share that information for any interested parties in this case.
If you're trying to convince him to divulge some information, I'm gonna. Jeez, do you have
Yeah.
anything for that, or do you just want to do?
I
Or do you just want to roll
tried-
cool?
Can I stand back and try to be intimidating?
I mean, I am a people pleaser.
Yeah, you sure are.
So,
All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this cool roll then,
yes.
and this will be treated as one stage of success higher than it is than the result.
Absolutely amazing. So that would be better than a resounding success, or
Yeah, critical success then.
yeah, that's like pretty much one of the most success I can get
You'll
at
get.
all.
Yeah, you'll get a few different things here then.
Great.
And no
Come on,
consequences. That's the
Commissioner.
best part.
Yeah,
Hey, I hope you marked that it's a failure for before, by the way.
I did.
Okay. Alright, if you must know, last night, some of the residents heard a commotion, like some kind of clatter up on the rooftops.
Click, click, click.
A little bit of that, yes.
Hmm.
Some shouting, some noises, yes, but that's nothing unusual around here, let's be fair. When people looked out, they heard a thud and saw Rudolph's body just lying on the street. He tends to fly around this area, you know how he is, trying to be a champion of goodwill for this district. Making friends with a few people here, I guess. Comes by here during his flight practice. Figured. Does it look like that's just... You see Frost kind of like look around a bit, see some of the people that are kind of like watching the scene. What? Oh, we got a Taco Bell here. Anyways, looking at the scene, and Frost will go ahead and get on a knee to lean down towards you, kind of like whisper into your ear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you for the follow as well. And whisper in your ear. Alright, this is something that doesn't get out in the public.
Of course.
I'm only letting you know, just to prove there's not much more to this. We found a powder on Rudolph's nose. It wasn't just red, it was a little white.
Powder, huh?
He might have OD'd or just been high and forgot where he was going in the fog.
Cause of death been sorted out yet?
Impact.
Impact. All right. Where'd he crash?
Just right over there. And he points, and you can see a
Chalk outline of a reindeer.
yeah. There is some blood still there from the death as well.
All right.
As for camera, don't focus on my microphone. God. Any of the body itself, Hermes got taken care of in his morgue.
Right. Damn, must be a sad sight for him.
Old friends.
Yeah. Well, if you don't mind that much, Commissioner, we might take a little poke around just in case. You know, our client seems to be on some kind of opinion we want to be sure to prove one way or another.
And who might this client be?
$1 million question.
You took a case without knowing who it is that you're even getting paid to help. It's dangerous business in this city.
It's also dangerous business to not have any money in this city.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Yeah. But any other questions, gamers?
Was Rudolph known for using any sort of substance?
Nepo baby. Yeah.
On a free answer to that, Rudolph is known as a very clean character in the city. Very much a family guy. Also, like, very much known as, like... Yeah. Oh, even more so because there's a baby that...
A baby?
That's him and his wife. Why am I forgetting the character from the movie?
Oh. God, what's her fucking name?
But
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
But yeah, like, they just had...
Clarice.
Yeah,
Is it
Clarice.
something
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Clarice just got a new fawn recently, and he's been even more of a family person with that. And like any campaigns he's in, make sure to bring up that him being not really someone that partakes in any like drugs or alcohol, just a very squeaky clean
Meaning he's a
person.
druggie.
And if you want to figure out if there's any darker stuff to that, let's get a sharp roll.
What
You're
does
the
this
smart character,
do?
right, Stone?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Whoa, what?
Ryan, please tell me.
I don't think your special ability
No,
applies
I
to this
am.
though.
I am.
By the way,
The smart
Yeah.
one.
Please tell me that you have a positive sharp modifier.
I do.
Great.
Sharp is my main modifier.
Oh, good.
I.
the
to be
himbo, by the
fair,
way, actually has a neutral sharp.
Oh, fuck.
do
I have a
neutral
negative.
sharp.
Okay, that's
An
a
8.
partial success. Digging into like what you know about what's told about Rudolph and the more closed circles, you know that that there are sometimes rumors because of some of the people that he associates with, but there's never been anything proven. It's just a bunch of rumor and gossip, really.
Heard.
Hmm. Are we allowed to look at the crime scene, or are they like telling us no?
I think Frost told us yes.
Yeah, I think
Just don't mess with the scene.
Of course.
this is in our first case. You would think it is, but it isn't.
We've worked together for a long time.
It's
Yeah.
true.
You've helped solve the case of the gingerbread man.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ran
And the
so.
Muffin Man.
Thought
Would've thought
nobody
they
would be
were
able
the
to
same
catch him.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna observe the crime scene.
Okay.
Can we all do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find anything that might have been looked over or something like that.
All right. And as a gumshoe, you always get at least one bit of information.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get your sharp then as you look over the crime scene. As the free stuff for this, you see the chalk outline, arms kind of like spread out a bit. You can see that there was a piece of an
Needed
antler
that.
that seems to have been split off. That's a failure. You'll get one.
No, it's a partial.
Oh, that's a partial success. Yeah, that's right. Sorry. Okay, so I'll give you 2 things of information outside of what I'm giving right now. Yeah, you see the chalk outline. You see the bits of blood that haven't been cleaned up. Some of the piece of horn that was kind of like split off and a little bit away.
Okay.
What are things you are looking for right now? Let's go with that.
I wanna. Is the ground covered in snow?
It is not a snowy night, and there hasn't been snow for a bit, so it's
Good.
actually pretty clear. That's a free one, too.
Can I find any of that white substance on the ground?
You do not find any of the substance, no.
Okay. I'm gonna see if there happen to be.
That'll
Because
be
they
one of your
said-
questions.
Yeah.
You get one more.
They said that this was like an impact kill. Was there any signs of anyone else being at the scene of the crime before, like, people came in and saw stuff or started investigating? Or
Let's answer this in a less direct way. As you're kind of like looking around the scene and trying to figure out all of this stuff, you can hear like someone call out to you, kind of like try to get your attention. When you look back, you can see that there is one of those toys that's a monkey with the symbols who just kind of like lightly claps a bit and kind of like calls you, like
Okay.
motions you over.
All right, I'll come over.
You investigators.
Yeah, we're currently investigating. Do you have some sort of evidence or
Yeah, I don't know why they keep saying this is an accident. People kept on ignoring when I was talking about like there being some shouting. I could have sworn Rudolph was yelling something at someone. I couldn't make out the words, but I definitely heard them. I got the apartment right at the top. I could at least hear Rudolph's voice. I met him in some like speeches he's done. I know that voice anywhere.
were there multiple other voices, or is it just Rudolph yelling at one other person?
Just one other voice.
Are we all here?
If you all want to be, yeah.
Pin will move to
Mhm.
like motion to everyone else to come
I'll-
over.
Pop over.
So
Hmm.
there's only one other person.
I'll join.
Was there anything else you can make out?
I mean, after some the shouting, just a little bit of nothing, and then reindeer flat.
What was that?
Reindeer
What-
flat.
One reindeer flat? Okay.
And the impact was like where he made impact was on the ground out here and not anywhere else.
And the yelling was from the ground.
Yelling was from the top of the apartment.
Oh, the top of the apartment. You have another place to look.
Yeah, well, that's where the click, click, click was coming from.
Mhm.
And then he just
Fell.
dove into the ground.
Maybe it was pushed.
I'm assuming pushed off.
Can't he fly?
You would
can fly,
think.
right?
He can fly pretty famously.
Yes.
So how does he just pancake onto the ground?
Well, that might, with our other clue that we've gotten thus far, maybe something was
Inhibited.
forcefully ingested and then he was pushed. I have a question looking at this crime scene, me, Becca Morgan.
Yeah.
So there's a piece of horn still just laying here.
Mhm.
Firstly, what the fuck are the police doing? Useless.
Sorry, no, it's
I
not the
should've been
piece
in
of
an
horn.
evidence
Sorry,
bag.
it's the outline of where the horn was, yeah.
Okay, there's an outline of a piece of horn. Which horn does it look like? Is it like the same side of horn that like would be the side that collided into the ground, or is it the other horn? Because if he landed theoretically, how did he land? On his side, full belly, full back, or which side?
Because this is something you can see just looking at it. This is a free answer as well.
Yeah.
Uh,
What's this body look like? What's this?
you can see the outline of the body and see the horn outline there looks like it would be intact. So you can surmise this is the one that wasn't part of the impact.
Interesting. Because why would that horn break?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Unless it was already broken beforehand.
Thank you. Was there any more information that you had that you overheard? If there are like any kind of things that you could possibly remember about what you heard, I open a compartment and pull out a business card.
You just can't help it, huh?
Yeah.
I've realized I've played the
Something's
charismatic
changed.
one.
Something's
times.
never. Something's changed. Something stay the same.
Ah,
Galen Law Morales.
I'll take the card and their symbols.
Yeah.
Hey, do I get a reward?
What?
I shared information. I could be part of the case. Do I get a reward?
maybe
That's what they do in the movies.
police. This isn't a movie.
Yeah, this is real life, so there's real money, right?
Are you a performer?
I used to be. But I just
You
can't
used to
play the
be?
cymbals right. See?
Hmm.
There's barely a sound.
Have you gotten your symbols checked out? That's
It costs
Yeah.
kind of expensive to get your symbols checked out.
Yeah, it's a little much.
that's fair.
Well, over at my lounge, there's, I believe, an opening in the band, and some people there have experience with symbols. I pull out another business card. I would suggest going here and potentially checking them out and seeing if they could help you in any way.
Thank you very much.
Of course, anything for a fellow toy. I wink.
They wink back.
Okay.
What's with the winking?
I don't know.
Now we need to get on this fucking roof.
Yeah,
Let's
we
go to
can
the
go
roof.
to the roof.
You climb up the apartment stairs.
Click, click, click.
Each flight's taking you to a different floor with walls
I'll
of
pick
paint,
you up.
Puppies.
walls of paint peeling away, wallpaper mismatched from constant replacement. In some places just bare. A little bit breezy. Some of those windows aren't fully adjusted. Cheap place. This is scenery not too uncommon within this district after all. All in all, while knowing on the other side of the streets lies the grand palace of the king, who seems to have a different life here. Continuing to climb up, you eventually get to the rooftop. Cold, chilly air, the wind of the north blowing down and making you all feel like you need to pull whatever clothes you have in even closer, tighter, to keep the bite from digging in. And here you are, where you were told the voices were shouting at one another.
This freak of crime. And of Crazy Frog last.
That's drifting up from one
Ring,
of
ding,
the
ding, ding, ding.
one of the apartments below,
Yep.
and also apparently the ever-present saxophone player.
Yep. There's a saxophone player anywhere we go.
This is noir. There's always sex.
Sorry, that's my cassette tape is stuck in my back box compartment, and I can't get it to stop playing.
The
You need
whiplash
help?
of
No,
Blackpink to
I like
Crazy
it.
Frog.
Look, the saxophone's a good instrument. I'm not gonna argue against it.
Okay, anyway.
What if it was a hurdy-gurdy?
I'm looking
It's
at the
also a
crime.
good instrument.
I'm looking at the crime scene, Nate. What do I see?
Yeah, can we help? Can we provide a
Yeah.
help action?
Who is the highest sharp?
Sure.
Okay, yeah. Can we? I don't know how I'll help,
You know what?
but
One of you can go ahead and how. Not both of you. Both of you describe how you're helping your gumshoe through this.
it's a good question.
Because then I'll decide what stats will roll for a help action.
Well, okay, so we're on a roof, right? Of an apartment building, and there are other apartment buildings presumably nearby. Yes.
Yeah.
Is there like I don't know what I'm asking in a way that is anything particularly helpful. Actually, so
I just want to look around to see if there's any signs of struggle.
All right.
and I'm kind of like scanning like what other taller apartment buildings are like at this level, and people that could have possibly seen anything, lines of sight, if there were any, like, if there was a sniper that took him out.
All right. Michael rolls sharp. Jolt rolls smart. Okay, one of you got a failure. So you're not really being helpful at all, Michael. As you're kind of like looking around.
You're standing on the murder weapon.
Yeah, you just kind of like took a few steps outside of like the door to the roof. And you're looking around and you're just kind of like seeing the like skyline before you kind of like just eventually get distracted by some like neon signs off in the distance, kind of like glowing, and you're just kind of like looking at that for a bit. You see some
Oh.
birds fly by. You watch them.
Oh, those are some nice birds.
Jolt.
Oh, is that a McDonald's?
What?
Of course,
Yeah.
McDonald's is on the North Pole.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get McDonald's later?
No, we're boycotting them.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're an active boycott right now. We're not
That's
gonna
true.
go get McDonald's.
that's true.
Jolt's scanning the skyline as well for like what the angles could be like that for all the stuff. You're able to kind of like get a good idea about the layout of the district and kind of like figure out some kind of like pathways people could take, some eye lines people could take as well, and kind of like start observing some other stuff that you can point out. You can point out Tinsel as well. So Tinsel, you'll be able to get that's 11. You'll get a +2 on. No, you'll get a +1 and no penalty for this next one.
So I roll with a +3 then. Because I have +2 sharp.
Oh yeah, you'll roll +3 for your sharp. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you were giving yourself a +3 bonus to your sharp outside of your normal bonus.
Roll well. Good.
Ooh, that's
Wow,
good
you get
stuff.
every kind of information that you'll want. Okay, I'll give you. You get a bonus 1, 2. I'll give you an answer to 4 questions.
4 questions. Okay.
Who did
First
it?
off, who did it?
Okay, I can't answer that.
How? Okay. First off, free question. Is there snow on this rooftop?
Yeah, like there's no snow on the rooftop either.
Okay.
There's some soots in some corners, but that's it.
Okay. That makes figuring out some stuff a little harder. Is there any signs of a struggle on up here?
Down below, you saw the outline of a chunk of the antler. Up here, as you're looking around, and Jolt is kind of like scanning things as well, Jolt notices this first and points it out to you that there is another like piece of what looks to be a reindeer's antler that is closer to the edge.
Interesting.
I'm gonna put that in a Ziploc bag. That's what I was minding doing, putting on gloves and then putting it
Yeah.
in a Ziploc bag. I'll actually take a picture of it first. Pull out a camera. It's a film camera. I have to rewind it.
Interesting. So the struggle happened. Can I see somehow? Is there any sort of that white substance that was talked about anywhere on this rooftop?
Continuing your search, looking around the area where Jolt found the piece of an antler, you continue tracing around the spot, and you can see, like, even closer, like, further in, away from the edge, that there is, like, a small pile of whatever the substance is that has collected itself into a little bit of a, let's call it a basket of leaves that have fallen and got themselves stuck, so that the wind could neither carry them nor the powder away.
So it's on top of a basket of leaves.
But yeah, it's not like an actual woven together basket. It's just like a bunch of leaves kind of like collected
Oh,
and like
okay.
pushed in a way that they got themselves stuck, and the substance seems to have gotten blown into there as well.
Got it. Okay.
You don't get like too
I'll-
much. It looks like it's maybe a quarter teaspoon worth of whatever this is.
I'll take that quarter teaspoon and just like put it in a very like one of those tiny Ziploc bags and just
A dime baggie.
dime baggy.
Hmm. Does that look like anything interesting? Does it look like cocaine?
Hey.
It does look like a white powdery substance.
It's not a cold white powdery substance.
I
Hmm.
Can
mean,
we
I
not
don't
try to
know of anyone.
identify-
I'm
Can I-
asking if it's snow. It's not snow,
It's not
right?
snow, no.
Obviously. Yeah, okay, cool.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna rub it on my teeth and figure out if it's coke or not. I'm a toy.
I just
Toys
snort
do
it.
drugs,
Like,
yeah.
oh, let me check. Snort. I have
You know what?
cocaine.
Powdered lemonade.
I'll test it. I'll see.
Are you gonna snort it?
I'm not. My God, I don't think
Like,
there's enough.
There's gotta be someone we can talk to that has something that can tell us what this is. We gotta have some kind of contact that knows what drugs are.
You know,
Yeah.
Hermie the elf is someone that can help you with that.
Yeah.
Ah, fucking Hermie.
Fucking. I don't want. Oh,
Wait, you
him
got a
another
problem with
favor.
Hermie?
I don't
I got
want
a
to
problem with everyone.
Favor.
That's true. It seems like every person we meet, you have a problem with them.
I don't have a problem with everyone. I don't have that much of a problem with you.
Okay.
What was that okay about?
I'm sorry. Should I say that I don't have a problem with you flat out?
No. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't
Like,
work with you all if I had problems with you.
Third question. Does he have a problem with that? No, I'm kidding.
Does Jote have a problem with me? Why?
Can I insight check?
Huh. Does it look like there's any sort of weapon that was left here? Or anything that could have been a weapon?
You don't find any traces of a weapon as you look around. You don't see anything like scorch marks from a firearm. You don't see any slash marks or anything like that.
I don't know what else I could think to ask.
I mean, there was like soot near like the edges of the roof. You said.
Yes.
Is there like any like pushing like evidence, right? Because if
Yeah.
based on where like Rudolph fell, does it look like Rudolph was like pushed off the roof, or like he did fly a bit, or was he like thrown? Because if he was pushed off the roof, there would be like little hoof drag marks at the edge of the roof where the soot is.
Or any signs of like dragging.
I'll say as you kind of like go back to where you saw the broken piece of antler and look around some more. Meanwhile, Michael has looked down to the street below and is fascinated by how the perspective of everything's changed now. How everyone just looks like you can't see. But
Did
yeah,
you
Oh my
accidentally snort some of that powder?
Oh my gosh, is that Starbucks?
Oh wait, I'm afraid of heights.
We're boycotting them too.
oh yeah, while that's going on, then so you go ahead and notice like some of these slits that's over there as well that's gotten pushed onto the side, that there is drag marks going outwards.
Outwards?
Like off the roof?
No, sorry, out from like that this little bit of an eave going into like the towards the center of the roof.
So drag marks away from the edge.
Like a foot got caught
Like some.
and slipped forward as someone went off the edge.
Oh, he slipped.
This thing makes me think there was some sort of an argument that we, of course, know from the witness.
Our witness, whose name we definitely got.
Anyway,
Mhm.
there was some sort of struggle that happened, causing the antler to be broken, and it pushed Rudolph to the edge, but Rudolph slipped and fell.
Hmm.
And I'm assuming this substance didn't allow Rudolph to fly.
We should look into the substance more. Figure out what exactly it was.
True.
I'm gonna snort it.
I'll snort it if you want me to. We'll do it.
I mean,
Well,
but
it's evidence.
if it is something that would say limit your ability to fly, you, from everything that I've gathered about you, cannot fly. So
I've never
that
tried.
would please do not jump off this roof, or then we're gonna have
I'm
another
gonna jump
crime
off
scene
the
to tape
roof.
out. Do not.
I won't. It's also like evidence, so we should, not mess with it.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't have any more questions, right? I think I used
that was
up all
all.
4.
Yeah, that would be all of your questions.
I, Brian, have a question about Gumshoe.
Yes?
So I have something here called Dumb Luck. It doesn't tell me how I fill up the bar
When you fail a roll.
Yeah.
when I fail a roll. Okay.
That's what we marked.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
that's
Dumb
not
luck
just
is
for
your
Gumshoe.
experience. Yeah. Is it?
Okay.
No, it's not just Gumshoe. No.
Yeah, all of us get
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, I have it.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, there's no experience because this is a one-shot thing, so it's like,
Yeah.
I still got to do something for when you fail.
Yeah, dude, when we use luck points, do we die when we use all?
Like any Grim Noir tale, when you're out of luck, you're out of luck.
Oh, okay, so we do just die.
When you're out of luck, you're out of touch. You're out of time. It's Thursday.
Yeah, it's not Thursday.
It's not.
No.
So do we want to go talk to Hermes? Hermes.
Yes.
Probably.
should. I also want to see the body. Body,
Yeah.
yaddy, yaddy.
Do
Very
we
excited to
in
see
with
the body.
Hermes? Or the the morgue?
Y'all have
Or am I
definitely
gonna
worked
talk
with Hermie before, and Hermie knows Tinsel from back when they both worked at the workshop.
Right.
Someone
Alright,
say they're an informant.
Alright, so you all leave the district to make your way back over to the outskirts of the Misers. Finding yourselves climbing down into the cold depths of the earth, the morgue that run by Hermie the Elf. You are able to enter the office and see you looking up from his desk the worn and weary eyes of Hermie, who years ago set out to be a dentist, but found it difficult, strangely, oddly enough, that as soon as he opened up his dentistry, a whole bunch of new rules and permits ordered from up top seemed to be hitting the new dentistry in weird and hard ways, making it difficult to continue business until the point Hermie had to give up. But instead of returning to the workshop, he decided to take medical knowledge and expand upon it, and settle for a new job. One that is, unfortunately, very much needed within the city as well. I have a mortician standing right in front of you, lab coats on, and years of depression still hanging on his face. Ah, hey there. What's up, Jingle Bells?
Good to
Hi.
see you too, Hermie.
Hi, Hermie.
Hermie.
How's the mortician life been treating you?
Oh, just dandy. It's a delightful experience. All of my customers just love to sing praises to me. He says, looking at the wall of cabinets for all the bodies to be stored in.
Heard about Rudolph?
Yeah, just brought him in and closing him up. Family ID'd. Sad case.
Can we take a look at that body?
So y'all think there's something weird as well, huh?
You think there's something weird?
Before I even got a proper look into things, cold case solved. Put the body away.
Yeah.
Seems like they
reeks.
just want to make this an open and shut case immediately.
Yeah, but y'all know the protocol. I can't just let y'all look at it. But boy, would it be weird if I happened to take my lunch break very soon. It is getting about time. I am feeling a little peckish. Yeah, you can see him kind of like take something out of his pocket, and after a bit of jingle, you see metal keys coming from his hand and put on the desk. Ah, boy, how strange. Yeah, over there, number like 3B2. That's Rudolph's, by the way. It's just anything else? Anything I can help you with, though?
We were potentially wondering if you can ID a very kind of curious substance that we found, just kind of randomly on the street for us.
Well, certainly. I got some free time after lunch as well. I can do my best to look into it.
Yeah, it only makes sense.
We handed him the cocaine.
Does it cocaine?
Special kind of cooking going on. I'll look into this.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jaime.
Now, if you don't mind, I have a nice
Some
meatloaf
roast
calling
beast?
my name. Oh,
That
roast.
too.
I have to lay off the roast beast. Red meat's
Oh.
not as good
Ah.
for me. Gotta eat
So
this
you're having
turkey meat.
meatloaf?
It's a turkey meatloaf.
Oh,
Ew. That's me. That's Becca. You're having a turkey meatloaf? All right.
take an extra long break. You deserve it.
I don't know. 30 minutes sounds good to me.
Perfectly reasonable amount of time, I'd say.
Standard lunch break.
Well, whew, sounds like it's time right now. Have a good day, detectives. And you see Hermie go ahead and just start walking out the door, leaving you all behind.
Have a good lunch break.
He just
Enjoy your
waves back.
turkey.
Don't have too much of that turkey meatloaf.
Ugh.
I'm kind of hungry too.
Mm.
Are there cameras in this room?
There are, and you can see eventually they just seem to just kind of like stop, and you see the red light kind of like turn off.
Turn them off.
Well then.
I'll pick up the keys and I'll go ahead and go to Rudolph's body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Body idea.
Are you able to open up the drawer and pull out the gurney, and you can kind of like see Rudolph's body kind of like laid. Right now, I have to think about how it'd be laid out. Okay, it was laid on the back, kind of head tilted a bit. The antlers kind of like holding some part of him up. Legs on the sides split out, just with the like blanket over top.
Ah.
You can see like the broken, where the antler like broke off on one side of his head. Anything you wish to do right now for examining the body?
Is there a report that's been written in this room?
Yeah, you can see the report is. The report is officially death on impact.
Hmm.
No time to examine.
No time to examine. Let's look at him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand near the door and just keep an ear out for anyone approaching.
I will open up the bag and start looking. Start investigating.
All right, let's get your sharp roll then.
Hmm.
Okay, a partial success, so you get to answer 2 questions.
Huh. Does it look like there might have been a cause of death other than impact?
As you look over the body as best as you can see like the. Let's go with the left side of the body seems to be dented and broken. You can imagine that is where the impact was.
Mhm.
But trying to go over the body, you don't even see like the powder on the nose or anything. That you just kind of like. You don't see any like extra wounds outside of the broken antler. There's no cuts. There's no outside bruising. It's difficult to decide if there would be like another cause of death. Just from
That's
like
right
the look that you're able to give.
So from right now, it still seems impact. Second question. Um. Hmm.
Is Rudolph's nose just always on? Like, I mean,
Yeah,
he's
it is
dead,
a red
obviously, right now.
nose.
Yeah.
It's just that he would be able to make it shine at will.
Okay. Okay.
But right now it's not.
Yeah.
Right now, he's
It's
dead.
a
He's
very
corpse.
dull red instead.
Yeah, he's a dead corpse in the room, and it's not shining.
Yeah. But it would be weird if it was.
Yeah.
Can I investigate the body and see if there's anything of note?
You're gonna have to be more specific about that.
Like, are you trying to loot his pockets? He's a fucking naked reindeer, dude.
I want to loot
Like,
the pot. No, no kidding.
Bruh, do you want like? He's got no pockets except the ones God gave him.
Oh, God.
Like, what do you
Yeah,
want about?
I'll go up the ass.
It's rude. It's Christmas. I know that I called him a nepo baby and that he does coke, but like, you can't just miss Rudolph, dude.
We're drawing the line at fisting Rudolph.
I'm drawing the line at fisting Rudolph's corpse. Let me,
Oh my God. Okay.
What a fucking
Anyway.
sentence.
Oh man.
Does it?
We don't have a quote.
I have.
We
a
do have
question.
quotes.
Yeah. Does it look like there's another piece of missing antler? Or did that, with the piece that we found, we have all the pieces? Like maybe if someone took a souvenir.
That seems to be the. It's only the right antler that seems to be broken.
Can we like identify like how it was broken?
Since just being able to see the antler is a free thing.
Yeah. Because right,
It
theoretically,
is.
the antler broke
yeah.
on the roof because we found an antler chunk on the roof.
Yeah.
So maybe he was falling off the roof. Someone grabbed him by the antler to try to stop him from falling, and that's when the antler broke and he still fell. Right? I'm saying this is Becca,
Yeah.
not in character, but that's also, I would say the same in character. Maybe that they were like.
It could also be that.
All right, I'll let
mean-
you know that it's. Sorry, Brian.
No, go ahead.
It is not like a clean or even break. It's not like cut. It looks like a separate impact, or maybe some kind of like other force would have caused a snap of the antler.
So maybe something hit.
But there's no trauma on the right side of the body aside from that.
No.
You see the impact on the left side. but
Impact on the
antlers-
left side.
Impacts on left side. Antler was broken on the right side. And aside from that, there's no other trauma on the body.
How long after a body dies does it take for the eyes to go all weird?
I don't know, honestly.
Okay, because I was gonna ask if I could open his eyes to see if they were dilated, like he was hella drugged out or something. But I didn't know if it'd be still like that
Well,
at this
because
point.
I don't know, because this is a magic reindeer in a magic city. I'll let you go ahead and like open the eyes. This is a free thing you'd be able to see. There is
My
dilation.
gross little toy hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at Rudolph's eyes.
There is dilation.
Hmm.
So he did. Took the drug, got in a fight with someone. Someone either hit the antler or grabbed it. Rudolph slipped. Antler broke. Rudolph fell,
Correct.
causing Rudolph to die.
Yes. Something happened in which he could not fly.
Do I know?
Where the reindeer
some-
flight come from?
That's what I was actually going to ask. Do I know, as someone that has worked at the workshop and know like about the reindeer, how they fly?
With magic.
Ugh.
Okay. Ah, fucking
100%
magic.
what I was expecting.
Again with the magic. I fucking hate it here.
They're magic reindeer.
It's probably some kind of.
This is freaking Tin saying this.
It's probably some distillation of like Susar bark or something of the ilk.
All right,
What?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Sister. God.
Listen,
Kind of sus or sus if you ask me.
my mom is calling. Brian, your grandmother's calling me.
No, I
Oh,
hate
my
it
lord.
here. No.
You have one more question still, right?
That's 2.
No. that was
Okay.
it.
Well,
2
I
and
don't
some
know
free
what
ones.
I don't know what else we could gather here until we get that toxicity report back from our good friend. Can I get a fucking hoof print from Rudolph? Can I just for
You can get a
reference?
copy of the paper that
Yeah,
has the hoof print on it, yes.
Yeah.
I will.
Potentially,
if we don't need
you
the
know.
body anymore, I will zip the body back up and put it back in the.
All right.
But they didn't do an autopsy or anything, right?
No, the case was closed before an autopsy could be done, so one couldn't be done.
You just did one.
Oh, you didn't do a full autopsy. You'd
We
have to
didn't
go
cut
ahead
him
and...
open.
Yeah.
You want to cut
Yeah.
him open?
I don't want to cut him open.
Oh, you don't want to
That's
go
what I
ahead and
thought.
cut the rib cage or anything?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I don't have the time or the patience.
Have I,
I
heard
mean-
anything from the door while I've been standing by it?
Ghostly moans.
There any like windows or anything? I want to like check out them. I'm just the bodyguard here.
Okay. You don't hear anyone seeming to be approaching right now, no.
Okay.
Lips.
I'm here. I'm the muscle. I'm here to punch. You guys take care of the smart things.
I wonder who gave the commissioner the order to immediately close the case. Because you'd think that, upstairs we'll be all up in arms with, Golden Boy dead here on a table. But no, we're just going to close the case right away.
Unless
Would
we're
we
trying
be
to
able
cover
to
it.
see where that order came from? I doubt it, but Would there be a paper trail of that?
You all know one figure of note who has absolute say over this city and tells what the commissioner what to do.
Mr. Krangle,
Big man.
the big man. Hi.
Well, why would the big man want his, front run sleigh man down?
Maybe Rudolph found out something that he shouldn't have.
Why would Santa have cocaine?
He loves that old school Coca-Cola, what can I say?
That's true.
That I can't have enough. um,
I don't know.
I mean,
shady
Rudolph.
shit goes down in that workshop every day.
But also, why frame it like this? Doesn't it seem weird? And it sounds almost like it was an accident. Like, you said that the antler broke off because someone was, like, he was slipping backwards and someone was trying to grab him. Could it have been some kind of accident then? Maybe?
But we
And
saw
maybe
what was
just-
on the letter that
Maybe,
we got.
well,
Oh, shit.
What?
Is that salt? White powder?
is it the
Yukons?
consistency of salt?
The Yukon's famous for their salt. For dealing with the white powder. It's me looking at the notes that Nate actually sent us.
I need to look at those one more time.
We don't have it anymore, though. Is it the consistency of salt? Salt doesn't feel like a powder. It's
It was-
more of a
yeah,
grain.
salt's- Yeah, salt's grainy mineral. No, that was definitely more of a
Yeah.
powder.
Right.
That's what I'm
Smoother,
saying. If it's
yeah.
like, I feel like if it was salt, it would be described differently than powder.
I'm just reading my list of
I know.
things. Because I know Cornelius used to roll with Rudolph and all of that. Really depends on what our special little mineral is.
So should we wait for Hermie to get back and then wait to hear what he says about it?
Did you all want to just wait, or would you like to try to find like a person of interest in the meantime? Because it's not like you'll know, like it's not like Hermie will come back to the office, just look under a microscope and be like, ah, that's what it is. Like that stuff takes a little bit more time than that.
Yeah, but what person could we talk to? The wife?
We could talk to the parents.
The parents of the wife, any family member.
I feel like are they gonna want to talk to us?
I feel
It's
like if
very
any of
soon.
them, Donna and Blitzen may not know much. I don't know how into it Clarice is.
She might be overcome with grief.
Her husband did just die.
Yeah, she's now a widow with a child,
Yeah.
so we can't really.
She's a single mom who works 2 jobs.
Where does Rudolph live?
Rudolph. Oh, where did I put notes?
Would we know that?
Maybe it's on the
Rudolph.
file.
Rudolph's address is in a house that is between the Misers and like the island of Misfit Toys. Like
Why
he
does
didn't-
Rudolph live there?
like he didn't want to live in plum pudding place like all of the other reindeer. That's he thought it was better to try to be in a more humble abode.
A good Nepo baby.
But a nepo baby,
Even rarer.
nonetheless.
Nepo baby one nonetheless.
Should we pay them a visit?
We could always also invite them to the lounge.
True.
We could. Either
If
way.
that is, if we think we can get any information from them. I feel like Clarice would know more about the average going on, like day by day, while the parents would know more about the job.
Yeah.
He works with his parents, right? Still, because
Yeah.
they're supposed to
Yes.
still on the team.
Yeah, they're
Which,
close to
like-
retirement, but they're still on the team.
Could you imagine like working with your parents?
My
Couldn't be
brother
me.
did it.
Oh.
I guess
I'm
the only-
sorry for you,
He said it
Sawyer.
was. He said it was very weird. Shut up.
So the question is, I mean, if we think it's more of a outside of the business kind of thing, i.e., more kind of on the Yukon side, perhaps Clarice would know more. But if it's more inside job, clause-wise,
I
You
have
might
a
wanna talk to the parents if it's pointing
question.
towards claws right now.
I have a question. The info that we have on this sheet currently, is this like information we know about?
For like the info stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let me. Yeah, I believe this should be like all the stuff that you already freely know.
Okay.
I'm just treating it as such. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna treat it as such too. Because then another few people that, well, not people, but that are on my list are Dancer and Prancer.
true. I mean, there are those rumors about Donner and Blitzen, though. It's,
Yeah.
But then, if they're deep in Claws Town, then they also might not want to talk to investigators. They might be in on assassinating their boy.
Well, there's
Why would they want to assassinate their kid though?
I don't know. I mean,
some people worship the man.
when you
Blind
think of the
worship.
reindeer, do you really think of Donner and Blitzen?
I mean,
Should we
They're
go check in with them?
7 and 8, yeah.
I mean, they're the last two, but but the first
Look.
one, the first in the line,
He's Dasher.
is Rudolph.
Rudolph's 9.
Rudolph's first in the sleigh order, though. If
Yeah.
you're doing the song, yeah, Rudolph's
Yeah,
last,
last.
but
To be fair though, the song isn't Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
yeah.
They have so many weird songs about the reindeer. It's
Also, there's like 28
Cultish.
renditions of of Last Christmas.
There's more
so-
than that.
Oh,
You
don't
haven't
even
heard
get me
mine yet.
started. Let's not.
We can. I'm telling you, if we go to the lounge, I can put on a lovely performance of Last Christmas. I've even got Crazy Frog in this year to do some backup for me.
Oh. Wow. Okay, suddenly I've got to just go and talk to people. I'm gonna go to Clarice and
Do we want to invite Donner and Blitzen down then? If it's pointing towards claws, they might have something. And if they're tight-lipped about it, then it could possibly indicate more.
And they're also, if they are grieving parents, then they are grieving parents.
It's true.
But if what you said is true and they wanted their kid out of the way, then it might be better to go talk to the wife.
I mean,
first.
it's also been
It's been like 12 hours.
in 12 hours. The tabloids must have already kind of hit them for some kind of. I pull out my smartphone. I don't know what year it is, Nate.
It's
Nate
modern
said
times.
modern
Don't worry.
times. We have cell phones.
Yeah. What's Twitter saying? Have they made a public statement on Twitter about Rudolph's death?
Twitter doesn't say anything. X though.
Shut
Go
up.
fuck yourself.
We're boycotting them. We're boycotting them.
What does Pop Crave tell me about Rudolph's death?
What does TMZ have to say?
Yeah.
Ooh,
What does BuzzFeed have to
TMZ.
say? What does Watch Mojo say?
Top
The
9 reindeer.
all right. Horror strikes North Pole City. Beloved reindeer dead. It's pretty much just like stuff like that. It's more on like the fluff piece side of things as well. It's being more. There's not one outright being like outside of like the weirder corners of things. No one really being like, "Ooh, foul play" or "Ooh, drug overdose," maybe.
Yeah, but like no statement from either the parents or Clarice on social media.
From it's just from them. It's like just kind of like the general statements of, "This is a tough time. Please respect us right now as we're trying to go through grief right now."
Mm.
That's valid. We should probably leave them alone.
Then who do
But
we
we need
talk
to find the truth. Listen, they're grieving. They're grieving. Doesn't mean that they also don't want to find the truth.
Well, how would you feel if your child just died and you have a bunch of detectives breaking down your door?
What if
and being
we
like,
ask one of
"Brother
the
was
other
in an
reindeer?
accident"?
What if we go with what Tin said before? We try to ask one of the other reindeer, like Prancer or some
Yeah.
shit. They
Yeah,
might know some of the drama. They're all on the team together.
true. That
They're
sounds
at
like
least
a good idea.
friends, theoretically, of Rudolph.
Do we know who would be the closest to Rudolph? Nate?
Someone
Do we
can
know
make
who
a
would be-
someone can make a smart check on that to try to figure this out.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Oh, I just opened up a freaking can of worms.
I mean, hmm.
Ooh, success.
Okay.
It was drilled into my head when I was freaking in the workshop.
It's
Yeah,
just
because of
that
your. Sorry.
Rudolph's kids' names are named Billy and Janice. It's very entertaining to me.
What do you want, cat? Alright,
Sunday, show Sunday.
Oh.
Sunday, did you do it?
Oh, that's the real secret right there.
Look at her little paw.
Oh,
so much.
Alright, outside of Donner and Blitzen, which are obvious, you know that Rudolph would have been pretty had a mixed relationship with Comet, who was the coach for the reindeers when they were young, and helped bully Rudolph, but the two made amends later on. Vixen and Cupid seem to be on good enough terms, but you don't really know too much about Dasher, Dancer, or Prancer's relationship, because they didn't really seem to interact all that much.
so Vixen and Cupid would probably be the best to talk to.
Or Comet.
Uh,
I mean, they're back in
Mix.
goodish terms.
yeah.
Mix might be more willing to let some drama slip,
True.
but
So,
I mean,
I talked to someone. Otherwise, we're dead in our tracks.
who do we want?
Let's go with Comet.
All right. Shall we call Comet to the lounge? I'll soothe everyone by the charming performance of Last Christmas.
You want people to go to that lounge, don't you?
Yes, because it gives us in-game benefits if we go there to talk to a person of interest.
Okay.
Alright. Go ahead and describe your lounge then, as you all go there with the invitation that Comet will be arriving very shortly.
It looks like a it looks like a Playmobil house, essentially. It looks like a lounge if it was like Playmobil, because it's still very toy themed, even though it's not in the Island of Misfit Toys, because it is like, a chiller, safer place for toys. But it is, still like a lounge. There's a bar, there's like a stage with like a piano on it, and like a cat, like xylophone, the one. But yeah, it's a cool place to hang out.
Alright, as you're all like settling in, getting yourselves some beverages or whatever to help pass the time as you enjoy some of the lights entertainment happening, some of the chatter about the place. You can see kind of like stepping in is Comet the reindeer, a bit of a little younger than Donner and Blitzen, so not quite close to retirement age, but still a bit up there in years for a reindeer. Has a tracksuit on that has seen a little bit of wear and tear, and he's just kind of like starting from all fours before getting on the hind legs and
Oh,
walking
ew,
over
I
to
hate
you.
that. I hate that. I think that they should just stand on fours. I don't like them standing up like people.
Yeah. Oh
I don't
God.
like that. Ooh,
Yeah.
yucky.
It's a power move.
I hate it. It's a power move that I hate. First he's wearing clothes like a human. Now he's standing up. Next thing he's gonna do is he's gonna take his hooves off and wiggle his little fingers.
Alright, so he takes
I
his
see
hooves
we've
off
also
and
both watched
wiggles
that,
his little...
that Adventure Time episode.
No.
I did not. I only have to see that gif
I've
every
just
day of my
seen the
life.
GIF, yeah. Never
Uh,
watched Adventure Time, but I sure have seen that GIF.
no, but like, Comet, go ahead and walk over towards you all.
Comet, thank you for coming on by. Is there anything I can get for you?
I guess it's not too early. Not too early in the day for a martini. I'll have one of those then. Thanks for the invite. I haven't been to a place this swanky in a while.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, we're certainly glad to invite you, though we just might bother you with some questions and extend our condolences for, I assume you've heard.
Shame. Don't know.
Real shame.
Would have thought that he'd be more in practice than that.
You would think under your great tutelage.
Yeah. Yeah, tutelage. Great tutelage.
I mean, from everything that I've heard, you are an incredible coach.
I don't know what this flowering up is about. I think it's well known I was an asshole.
I mean, whether or not you were an asshole personality-wise doesn't detract whether or not you trained him to fly well.
Yeah, I trained him. But Rudolph wasn't great at flying at a young age. Seemed to get a knack for it later on. He wasn't the best at the bats or any of the games happening, but I guess he didn't get much practice there either.
I suppose not.
So, what can I help you with?
We just have some questions about the Mr. Rudolph, if you don't mind. From your work together, both in more recent years, of course. We were just wondering if there were any struggles in and amongst your team or anything. Anything that kind of set people potentially on the wrong side of him.
Make a cool roll.
Of course.
Yeah, you're getting very... that's a very personal one right now, so...
Yeah. Well,
luckily
since
being in
we
the
are
lounge takes him a little off guard.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's a 10, so.
I mean, you know how it is. He was the shining star of the team. I mean, him and I had our odds years ago that we've settled. For Clarice. Jeez. I don't know, I mean... I thought there would be some things, but the party other night, everyone seemed pretty cool.
There was a party the other night.
Yeah, just a little bit of a wine and dine, a nice dinner over at Dash's place.
Nice. The whole team being present, I assume.
Yeah.
Just all y'all?
Yeah, it was just the reindeer meeting up, having our own, like, little bit of a soiree. Ourselves, plus one, that kind of deal.
And nothing strange that happened there. Everyone was having a good old time together.
It seemed like that, but I don't know. I just remember. Dash has always been a bit of an odd one.
Mm-hmm.
He seemed to not like Rudolph taking the lead, which I guess he's gonna get now.
Mm.
The two had some discussion, and shortly after, kind of like having this talk in a room, just Rudolph that left took his wife with him.
Interesting. How long ago was this party you were saying?
It was just 3 nights ago.
3 nights ago. Brian, you looked like you wanted to say something.
Dasher's the one that had this.
Yeah.
Dasher threw the party and then, was the asshole, it sounds like, right? Nate?
Yeah.
Okay. And he's also the one that's fallen on hard times lately.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Do we know how, like, often the reindeer, like, do shit together? Like, I mean, obviously they only, like, as a team fly together for Santa once a year, but, like, how often do they do, like, practice? Do you practice for what their job is? What are the logistics of
They
being
did-
part of Santa's sleigh team?
They do some like flight practice just to go around, keep themselves in shape and stuff. Like for the most part, it's probably just really like a work relationship between them all. So you don't know how much they actually meet up with each other outside of any time
Alright.
spent in the workshop or the stables.
Mm-hmm. And that's the first one of those you've had in a while?
That's just a bit of a tradition every year. A different reindeer hosts one of these parties.
Right.
Just coming together before the big trip around the world.
Right. Is it now in game essentially?
You're like a couple weeks away from Christmas.
Okay, so yes.
So
is what you're
probably
saying.
it's probably around this date right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 9th of December.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Certainly.
A little bit of an odd question, but is there anyone with like a history of substance abuse on the team?
Give me a cool.
I have to look at what my cool is. Okay. It says +1, so 7.
Okay, just barely a success there.
The first slight success anyone makes on a cool roll is treated as a normal success.
True.
In the lounge.
Ooh.
All right.
So. Got ya.
Yeah. You.
Thank
Why
you.
why we came here.
Okay. I mean, you know the history that came with Dancer and Prancer. A friend of theirs, they used to be into the stuff until a friend of theirs nearly died from an overdose. They swore off the stuff.
What stuff would this be?
Oh, it's anything, everything. They really loved the.
They literally did everything.
Yeah,
Wow.
they in particular really like to partake in the magic reindeer hay. They
What do we know about magic reindeer? Hey.
it's hay that is laced with several different drugs.
Oh, great.
I don't know. I'm not about any of that stuff. A little bit of booze every now and then. So all I'm gonna do. Gotta keep my. I'm a bit up there in age. I need to keep myself in shape somehow.
No one having any.
I'm a bit worried about Dasher, though.
You
Right.
think Dasher may have?
Dasher gets a little oddly manic at times, makes one think.
I mean, I've heard things have been kind of becoming a bit more unfortunate for him.
Well, so he's got no one to blame but himself.
He making bad choices? Other than
Fleming.
apparently the.
Did you not see
What?
the? Did you not see either attempt at a book he wrote? I suppose not.
I don't
No one
read.
bought
Oh.
them.
I might have been one of the few that did buy them.
I
You
don't
buy them or
read.
they're forcefully handed out at the company party.
Mm,
Who could say?
I
One way or another.
refuse to disclose that information.
What do we know about the books? Was he?
Were they bad?
Uh,
Evidently, they were bad.
Did he release an app that was just social media for his fans? Like
no, he
Jeremy
didn't have a
Renner
Renner
did?
app.
Could he have? Because
Oh
I
my
think if he
God.
had a Renner app,
The Dasher.
No,
app.
no, there was the autobiography, Do You Know Dasher? And there was also an attempt at poetry that was terrible called Hoofprints in the Snow, The Dashing Diary.
oh,
Yup.
The
Mm.
Dashing.
I know about that
Diary.
one.
I do remember back in the island there was a party at one point where there was a few individuals that were reading from that poetry book too, in not the kindest of lights. It was me. I was doing it.
Oh. That seems
Uh.
very you-coded.
So,
Excuse me.
so he has fallen on hard times, may have some kind of substance problem. Do you think he hated Rudolph? Like maybe he was jealous, but do you think he hated him at all?
Who knows with Dasher?
Kind of a wild card.
Or hard to read.
One or the other.
Yeah.
Very passionate about the job.
So was there anything else you needed me for?
Do we know where Dasher lives, or do we?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
asking you,
Dasher.
Nate.
Yeah, Dasher lives in Plum Pudding Place.
Okay. Yeah. I don't believe we have anything else for you at the moment. Anyone? Was there anything else that you wanted here? Did you want another drink or anything? It's on the house, of course.
Thanks, Seth. This one's good enough for me for now, though.
Right, I understand. You want to keep your
Just-
mind sharp, just as you were saying.
Drinks. The hoof doesn't bend or anything, but it's just kind of like
It just magically does it.
Yeah,
We've
it's
got
like
martini
magnets.
glasses specifically made for reindeer to pick them up, I guess.
yeah, not needed. You
Yeah.
just go ahead like as if it's metal to a magnet. Just kind of like grab the glass and start drinking it.
Like
Oh
a
my
Powerpuff
gosh.
Girl hand.
yeah.
I was imagining more Veggie Tales. They're just kind of floated.
I haven't seen that one, so
Have you not seen the VeggieTales Christmas special?
no, I did not grow up in that kind of home.
They just
Uh.
don't have arms or hands, so any
I'm sorry,
object you
Joel.
grab, you know.
But yeah. Should we go pay Dasher a visit?
Sounds like the plan.
Yeah.
Should we stop in with Hermie, or have you either
Yeah.
of you been
We
contacted
should
yet?
probably. I have not been contacted yet.
I assume Homie will contact us if and
Yeah.
when. We've got cell phones, and I've left a business card on the counter.
I would assume you have at least one of our numbers at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all know each other. The business card
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
just
that's why.
probably the 15th time you've done that.
I
for
just-
her.
I-
There's a little pile.
You
of
just
them.
have to make sure.
You have to make sure. You can do something nice with them, like frame them or something. Put them in like a little folio. Shall we onto a potentially rough
Okay.
conversation?
Yeah, let's do it.
Leaving the lounge, you eventually make your way over to Plum Pudding Place. An opulent pinnacle of extravagance in the frosty metropolis of the North Pole. It's not just a neighborhood, it's a statement. Towering gingerbread mansions adorned with sparkling icicles loomed over streets paved with glistening candy canes, the stark contrast to the frigid realities beyond its borders. In this district, wealth dripped like molten caramel, and indulgence was served on silver platters. The lamplights, draped in garlands of twinkling diamonds, cast a warm, seductive glow on the freshly fallen, certain rain that lined the perfectly manicured streets. The air was filled with the intoxicating scent of cinnamon and spiced cocoa, fragrance masking the bitter taste of privilege that lingered in every breath. Behind ornate wrought iron gates, the 1% of the North Pole reveled in decadence, silhouettes of fur-clad figures, the faces hidden behind masks of frosty indifference, glided between extravagant soirees. The champagne flowed like a ceaseless glacier melt. Lush velvets and silks, adorned with silver and sapphire, wrapped the elites in a cocoon of luxury, shielding them from the bitter winds of reality. Continuing down these gilded paths, you eventually come across the abode of Dasher. And outside that does not match the scenery around you. All that warmth and decadence, all that richness, peeling away bit of paint by bit of paint from the outside. You can hear the creak of the wood as you approach, almost a whine, a call to memories long gone. A bountiful past, now being slowly eroded away. Knocking on the door, you hear a muffled voice call from within. It's just yelling to come inside. Moving in, you can feel that the air inside hangs heavy with the musty scent of old pages. Tattered velvet curtains, once the color of holly berries, barely clung to the windows, allowing slivers of an unforgiving winter to creep into the room. The fireplace, dormant for years, held only a faded photograph of Dasher in his prime, a stark reminder of the glory that had slipped through his hooves. Stacks of unsold autobiographies towered like condemned skyscrapers, their spines bearing titles echoing the reindeer's desperate plea for relevance. Do you know Dasher and Hoofprints in the Snow lay forgotten, overshadowed by the stark reality of Dasher's diminishing celebrity? You move through the manor's decaying corridors, where the walls bore witness to the reindeer's failed attempts at reinvention. Framed newspaper clippings, yellowed with time, depicted Dasher's desperate stunts to reclaim the spotlight, a failed comeback tour, an ill-fated stint in a holiday varieties show, each endeavor ending in a cacophony of lost dreams. In the study, you see Dasher himself sat beneath the dim glow of a single overhead light, a weary expression etched onto his features. His antlers, once majestic, now seem burdened by the weight of disappointment. He turns slowly to meet you with one eye, and motions you over with one hoof. As the other holds a bottle of cheap wine, he swivels around before taking a sip. And did you all come to get an interview? Grieving dashing prince, Friend long gone. Oh. What a story. What a story. Sad what happened, right? Which
Maybe-
newspaper are you from?
I'm trying to think of any funny pun for a newspaper. It's a funny. Guys?
Look, I'm not good at thinking.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of one. I really am too.
I'm not just because I know I'm not gonna find anything.
Deck the Halls Gazette.
Oh, that's bad. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. They're not good.
Do you think any of the puns so far have been good?
Some of them have been okay. What are like words for a newspaper?
I opened up with a grim noir take of, like, the Christmas Carol, for crying out loud.
We're with the Jingle Bells Inquirer.
JVI. Why do I know that? Anyways.
You know, a popular publication.
Hmm.
Of course, Dasha, as you said, the Grieving Prince. We would just love to hear about your incredible relationship with Rudolph, and how he drew inspiration from you and all of your glory in your day.
Roll cool.
Okay, he's gonna murder me.
Like
7.
I'm staying behind you with my arms crossed. You want me to hold you?
Can I, while this conversation's happening, dart around with my eyes and see if there's see what's in this room?
Okay. You roll plus sharp as Dasher's about to go into a monologue.
No good.
Oh, what
There's
can I
Dasher
say
is.
about our time? After Comet's stupidity of never being able to properly train Rudolph, obviously I had to put some efforts as the lead reindeer. Had to go ahead and show Rudolph around, make sure he understood how to fly, how to take part in the front of the sleigh. I helped guide him, nurture him, you see. You can call me almost a father figure to him.
Right, father.
Unlike the
figure.
father who is way back. What?
God.
I
An
believe.
11, huh?
Yes. 11's pretty good.
Listen, if you want, I can make that a critical success.
Okay. As Dasher was doing that monologue. Okay, Tinsel, you'll be able to look around the room and 10, 11, 2 things. Is there anything in particular you would like to
Oh,
have
okay.
Answered, or would you like me to just say some stuff?
Just say some stuff.
Okay.
I'm not looking for anything in particular.
Evidence that he's a murderer. Evidence that he's gonna kill us. Cocaine.
Yeah, I guess
You
that's
can
one of the
see
things.
that there is, oddly enough, there is an unopened bag of coal sitting in one corner
Oh no.
with the imprint on it just being one of a cartoonish Santa Claus giving a thumbs up for clean coal.
Wow.
You can't have clean coal. That's a little...
And another thing you notice as you're looking around is that there is a shelf next to Dasher as well that seems to have probably about a dozen bottles of concoctions for medications and the like. You can see that there is some other stuff that seems to be like there is a drawer kind of like partially open. You're not necessarily sure what is in there, but these are the two things of note I'll give you. But what a shame it was about what happened to poor Rudolph.
Right.
Nasty fall.
The publications say anything about a fall?
That he died from a fall during
Okay.
bad,
I'm just making
flight
sure that that's
practice,
what the
yeah.
publications said that.
Yeah.
That
And
he
this
just
man
didn't
isn't
incriminate himself.
admitting.
Listen, I already gave you something. I'm not giving you any more information. He's just freely ranting.
I mean, he clearly, I do not mean to speak ill of the dead in any way, shape, or form, but you were such an incredible father figure, like you just said to him. I do not understand how he could have fallen in such a way. From my understanding, and do forgive me, I am a toy, I'm not a reindeer. I do not know how your flying necessarily works, but I don't understand how one could just fall if you can fly.
Clearly that would mean that his nose wasn't guiding him well enough after all. What can I say? Maybe he fell asleep or something. Who knows?
Right.
But enough about such a grim, grisly incident.
Right, of course.
How did...
From my, and do correct me if I'm wrong, Nate, I'm going to attempt to use my Eye of the Beholder as I am starting this next train of thought, which
Alright.
is, with now, presumably from my understanding of how your reindeer stuff, no offense, works, is that then you regain the front spot. Is that correct? Can I roll for my plus
Yeah.
cool? Please, game. Okay, yeah.
11.
Yay.
Okay, you get to do 2 of the 3 options.
Yeah. I'm going to completely gather his attention so that that he won't notice if anyone else is doing anything else.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make it more likely for him to divulge information to me.
Alright, and what was your statement again?
I was asking specifically, like, now that Rudolph is gone, you, I assume, get the top seat again.
And I guess now that I have the option,
Yes,
I'm gonna head over to the shelf.
as Dasher goes ahead and fully turns over to face Jolt, and just kind of like
Got a
goes
big
between looking at
notebook out.
Jolt and the drinking from the glass as well. Well, I mean, that'd just be the obvious thing. But we have to give this time, obviously. We've got a couple of weeks to sort things out, but sadly enough, yes. It's not a burden I wish to bear once more so soon. But he's gonna continue on with this whole
this
selfish diatribe.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll stop him at some point to be like, wait 1 second, and I take like a picture of him as he's like posed like, with his wine.
Yeah.
You know, just to
I
distract
do want you all
him
to
from-
know, by the way, on the cover for Do You Know Dasher is definitely Dasher, kind of like in a bit of a thinker pose, hoof under chin, just kind of like looking up solemnly.
God, I hate him. I hate this man. This man would make NFTs.
Yeah, he would. Oh my god. NFTs of himself.
Oh, should I talk to you about my upcoming app, Dasher AI?
I would love to hear all about it. Please tell me everything. I'm
All
so
right.
excited to get the
What's
exclusive.
What's at this freaking shelf? All right.
All right,
There's a
you
shelf
want
and a door, right?
No, there's just a shelf, I think.
Yeah, there's just the
with an open
shelf.
drawer.
Drawer. That was the keyword.
Okay. Go ahead and... Geez, what would I want you to roll here? Let's do a dexterity.
Dexterity.
Yeah, this is about you trying to get into this without notice. There is... I'll give you a +1 because... just part of, like, the whole, like, attention is being focused elsewhere aspect.
Cool. I got a +2 then.
Can I also move to block
that line
Yeah.
of sight.
using like my wall-like body? Just move to block the
certainly.
sight line.
Okay.
You have a luck.
But
You have
I'm
luck
gonna
point.
use a luck. I'm gonna use a luck to make that a 12.
All
If we
right.
die in this game, it doesn't matter. We're never gonna be these people again.
Yeah, not until next year.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I'll remember Joe then.
Okay, so making that a 12.
12.
Okay. Body being blocked right now by someone more than more than twice your size. Kind of like opening up the drawer, there is a bit of a catch at first, and like as that happens, you look back, and Dasher is still just focused on discussion. You see, Dasher AI is this unique app program. It'll go
Right.
ahead and have this like special, technological aspect to it. Just he's just focused on that.
It's an app program that has a special technological aspect to it. This guy, what's he saying? This guy doesn't know what a computer is.
You go onto this thing called the internet.
This is
My
Matt
God.
Damon trying to sell NFTs. He doesn't understand it, but he's gonna
Yeah.
get the money. Okay, but yeah, like while that's going on, you kind of like have your like sigh of relief as you continue opening the drawer, and you can see that there is a box in the side that is how would this be labeled? Okay.
Cocaine,
No, it's not cocaine.
methamphetamine.
No, there's not a box just saying in big bold letters Coke on it.
Bad drugs.
You can
Drugs to kill Rudolph with.
Magic be gone.
God.
Oh, jeez, I wish I wrote this in my notes other than just being like...
They
I
find
th-
the evidence.
No, other than being... nerve calm.
Nerve calm?
Nerve calm.
Can I open the box?
Okay, sure. You slowly start opening the box and kind of like pulling out a bit and looking inside. And you can see that there is a bag inside with powder in it.
White powder.
Mm-hmm. With instructions on it to mix with like a couple scoops with water to help settle your muscles.
It's just this anti-anxiety medication too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
but if you make Rudolph snort like a whole line, like a bunch of it, bitch is gonna fall.
Maybe that's what happened to him. He was at the edge. Nerve calm went like that. Slipped. Fell. I'm gonna I'm gonna pull out my smartphone. Make sure the like flash is off, all sound is off, and just take a picture of the top of the nerve calm box. Take a picture of the powder inside.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot the the technical term for what this stuff is actually called.
Nerve calm.
Yeah.
No, that's the brand name.
I don't know. It's not quite muscle relaxants. It's just like for that kind of. It's just what I hope y'all get what I'm going for on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Horse tranquilizer. It would work on a deer.
Yeah.
Deer are like horses with more bones.
Yeah, they got hooves.
Yeah.
Anyway,
A deer's
that
just
the
a horse
only-
that grew more bone.
is that the only thing that's in here?
Yes.
Okay. I will put it back the way it was when I came into the room.
Okay.
And then I will tap Sawyer on the back to let them know I'm done.
I won't really acknowledge you, but
And then
Good for you.
I'll move back to the spot I was at.
you can like move like as if you were standing behind me, and then just move.
Yes. I'm moving back to the spot I was at, so if he does turn back to like turn away from him, it looks like I haven't really changed my position.
Mhm.
So you see, this is how it's gonna revolutionize the market. It's gonna go ahead. Everyone's gonna need this for the business models. You know,
Right.
all the pie charts, all of that. It's the future.
Right. When are you? When again were you planning on launching this? Just because I want to make sure that I am there, like right at the front door, right at that press release. Also getting that scoop as well. It's amazing to have this preliminary
Oh,
information.
I mean, it's currently in beta testing. We trying to
Right.
figure out when exactly we'll be able to get it going. Maybe go ahead and charge about $15 monthly subscription.
Oh my
Mm.
god.
You hear another knock from the front door. Oh, okay, hold on, must be another guest. Come on in. And as you're all kind of like standing around looking, you hear some heavy footsteps start to kind of like make their way.
Like the heavy footsteps.
Not quite that big. It seems to be more of a matter of force than it is natural weight movements. Someone showing their presence and showing their authority.
I
I'm
immediately
squaring
feel-
my shoulders.
do I myself recognize this presence?
Yes, you do. And it's
I
even more
immediately
so.
like you see for the first time they see Tin kind of shrivel and go into a corner spot and just sit there.
I'm gonna square my shoulders. The entire time I'm
Oh no,
standing
he's
with
gonna
my
get
arms,
behind. He's gonna get behind.
yeah,
Sawyer.
get behind me. Yeah, I'm squaring my shoulders and trying to make myself look as big as possible.
Can I possibly try to hide?
You could attempt to.
I'm gonna try
It's
to
not like-
hide
You're gonna
Yeah.
look. You're gonna look so sus. You're
I
gonna
mean,
look
go
like
ahead and
fucking
make a dexterity
Sussar
check.
bark, dude.
So not
I'm
check,
this.
check,
This
dexterity
is
roll.
instinct for. This is instinct. So
Instinct hide from the Kring.
from the man.
the man behind my
It's
legs.
Partial.
okay. Your team notices you and Dasher notices you, but this coming presence won't. As you see, stepping forward, tall for an elf, standing about 4.5 feet tall, but very big and brawny still. Some of the muscle kind of like lets us show through the two-piece suits. Currently just the waistcoat and the dress shirts, bow tie as well, is
Okay.
the head elf,
Oh.
the one in charge of maintaining order in the workshop.
Yep. Hmm.
Looks over the whole room, misses seeing tinsel. JBI.
That
What
is
the
us.
fuck brings your presence over here, bothering a good man, a good deer, right here? Don't you know this
we
is
were-
a moment of grief?
We were of course getting Dash's statement on the matter and then discussing his very promising new venture that have you heard of it? It's actually this really important technological program that is going to revolutionize the way of technology moving forward.
That's so. She passed it by the big man. Dasher shrinks a bit. I mean, it's a worthwhile venture I can bring up soon. He's gonna shut the fuck up. Don't say another goddamn word. You are excused. There are some business discussions that need to be said about Dasher's place as well. Gotta let all the reindeer know, you know?
All right then. Well, thank you again, Mr. Dasher, for your time. And if you ever need to contact us again for that additional information, whenever you release your subscription model, I'd be very interested. I hand out one of my own business cards, not one of the ones that say that we're actually privatized. I'll hand it over to him.
A lounge?
I also own a lounge. It's a more interesting and exciting place to do interviews. Of course, if you do not wish to be in your own home and want a more lively atmosphere, it's great for people to see you out in the public as well.
Oh, I wouldn't mind performing there. Did you know I was a singer once?
Really, I would love to have you up on the stage.
Shut the fuck up, Dasher.
I think it's incredible that he is so incredibly multi-talented. I'm sure the big man upstairs loves
The head
that.
elf gets right in your face. Oh, you're
I'm
smaller,
gonna
so it's gonna tell.
intersect.
Okay.
I'm gonna intersect that.
I'll say at this point, as you're moving to intersect, Tin is like trying to figure out what the fuck to do, and kind of as you're moving to intersect, Tin is just frozen and is revealed.
Fine.
Well. Look
Do
at
I know
polar
the
bear
name of the head
dragon.
elf?
No one does. They're just known as the
No one
head
does.
elf.
Oh, hi there. Fancy meeting you here.
I'm sorry, I believe you were in the middle of talking to me about something. I don't see why you've changed your tune so quickly. We weren't done, I believe.
No, all of you are done. I don't see a reason for Dasher to have to continue breaking his heart talking to you all.
Of course, if he's
Dasher
that...
goes to say something, and the head elf just puts a hand up immediately. Stop.
I mean, if he wants us to leave his home, he can tell us. I don't believe you live here, sir.
The head elf gives a look at Dasher, and Dasher will go,
And I mean, Dasher's his own person, and he doesn't need to,
No, it's okay. I think I've done with the interview.
Can I add do a poor performance of hard-boiled wit?
Of that little whatever sound you just made?
Sure. You go ahead and attempt a plus sharp.
Okay.
Do we just murder the head elf?
No, that's That's really bad if we do that.
I'm close.
Why?
I'm close.
Why is it bad if we
10.
murder the head elf? He seems like an
on
asshole.
a 10 plus, and gain 2 advantage. I get 2 of these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make Sawyer gain a +1 on your next roll, and I'm gonna make myself the focus of attention to anyone not in my party.
Okay. Alright, the head elf will then kind of like snap their attention over your way as you kind of like make this remark.
If he seems like he's getting aggressive at all, I'm gonna intercept again.
Oh, definitely aggressive.
I'm gonna not quite block him from view, but I'm gonna stand right outside view, right beside Tinsel, and arms crossed, just glare down at him.
If there's any fucking business any of you need with Dasher, you can set up a proper meeting. Just need to contact the workshop first, and then you can talk to the lawyers who can then permit you for this. How about this? The proper channels, why don't you? I'm sure you'll have a conversation in a couple months.
Who's to say that we haven't gone through all that?
I see.
And you are again?
The
Sorry,
head
you're acting
elf.
like you're someone important?
And you're just a fucking discarded remnant trying to make
Ooh.
trying to
I
make
pull out my
ends
phone and start
meet.
recording him. Sorry, could you repeat that again?
Yeah, get the fuck out.
All right.
Tin is like actually frozen in fear. And
Let's go.
well, story will probably have to pick up Tin.
Yeah, I'll lean down and just be like, you good?
No.
Do you need me to
Please,
move you?
please.
Okay. I'll pick him up.
I'm gonna roll something real quick.
Do I also have to pick up Joe?
No, don't worry. I'll leave on my own time.
Okay.
Okay.
leaving without you.
Tin is like having a panic.
Okay. I don't want to say cradling, but I'm definitely picking you up and
I imagine it's one of those cartoon things where you
Removing
pick
you
me
from-
up, and it's like I haven't even left the floor, and you just still swing me sideways.
just like remove you from the situation.
As we've established, it's such a long walk from the front door to this room that they're in.
Yeah.
So halfway down the hall, I'm just gonna stop and hop up on a shelf and fold into a box. Because I'm just a jack in the box. I'm just gonna stay and listen to this shit.
All right.
I guess we'll leave, but I'm gonna wait outside for this asshole.
I FaceTime you so you can hear it too.
Okay.
Make your own dexterity roll for
Me?
concealing. Yeah.
Of course.
Sunday.
Oh, I should have done it on you because you would have
Yeah.
gotten +1. But it's
I
fine.
wanna listen in on this in case
You know, fuck it. I'll make a luck. I'll succeed. I'll full succeed.
Okay. You kind of like chim your way between the stack of some of the books. Kind of like hide amongst this spot into the wall.
Mhm.
As the other two members of the agency are waiting outside right now.
on FaceTime apparently.
I will say the two of you, as you leave, you can see that there are a couple other elves that are kind of like sunglasses on, full suits, just kind of like waiting around, looking over the place, scan the two of you as you leave, one holding the other, and just kind of like stay silent, watching you move around.
I'll take Tinsel like not too far away because I still want to be there in case I need to go in and start throwing hands.
I will say, as soon as we leave the house, Tinsel becomes a little more like,
Yeah, I'm gonna
Is
start
that
doing
freak out?
breathing exercises with you.
yeah.
I'm gonna do what I can to try to help you feel better here.
Ooh,
I
woozy.
may be stupid, but you know,
Maybe stupid, but
I may be stupid. That's it.
Anything the two of you like to do as you're outside, or do you want to like just go into the inside scene?
uh,
I think we're just gonna
Go into
wait
the
for whatever
inside?
Okay.
happens on the inside.
No stat for this, just roll a 2d6 then, Becca.
Okay.
To try to pick up some of the conversation.
Well, you know, fuck it. I'll use another one. I don't care. I don't care. This is important. This is gonna break the case.
Hey, I'm just saying, if you didn't do this, kept the failure, you should be very close to getting that dumb luck for free game-changing evidence.
I mean, I'd only get one more.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm only at one right now, so I
True.
need to fail several more times.
Okay, but yeah,
And
so
this
you're...
is key evidence anyway.
True. If you're, as you're kind of like sat as this box in the wall, you start to pick up from the other room. What? How many fucking times do we need to say no talking to anyone? Not the press. Not these fucking detectives. No one. Dasher, like, detective? No. Newspaper, right? You can hear You can hear the disappointment and anger and a heavy sigh coming from the head elf, even from the distance and the walls between. No, you fucking idiots. Listen. Keep the fuck silent. Just ride this out. And not only are you getting your spots back, how about some commissions from the upcoming coal plans? Can you do something as simple as shutting the fuck up? I think I've been to mime school before. I can do this. I can do that. Yes. Jeez. Can you do it? Please tell me. I don't need a remark. I just need a yes or a no. Yes. Good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make sure there's someone checking on you. Just as a precaution. You understand how it is. Just stop shaking. Why are you Sorry, medicine. You can hear like the clatter from the drawer box open up. Something kind of like some kind of like tinking sound of the glass as something's being stirred around before after a few more seconds. Okay, I'm good now. I'm good. Just a little nerve-wracking, you know. All right. And if any of those fucking assholes come by again, let me know. I'll get the muscle. None of those dumbasses will ever be working anywhere. And with that, you hear the horsed steps of the head elf as he continues walking down. Kind of like stops at the shelves right next to where you are and looks over to the side, picks up one of the books and just shakes his head and drops on the ground and walks out. Those of you on the outside can see the head elf meet up with the other two security elves that are there. They kind of like gather up with another, seem to have a whispered conversation you can't make anything out of, and we'll go into a carriage and ride off down the street.
I send a text to the group chat. Should I put myself in danger, but maybe get Dasher on our side and more information? Question mark. Don't all talk at once.
Thinking.
It's a lot.
I don't think it's a good idea.
I think the more that Dasher's in the dark, the better.
All right. Gonna sneak out of this house.
All right. You hear,
I have a grappling hook in
Yeah.
my stuff, in my
Yeah.
box.
As you're kind of like leaving, you just hear repeating as it like a mantra. Dasher going, "You're number one. You're number one. You're number one. You're number one."
All right. I catch up to my besties. Well,
Ken is still a little rat.
so at least we know that it's higher up than that guy.
Then Dasher, yes.
But
The
then
head
what?
elf's involved.
Head elf's involved.
Um,
Does that mean Big Man's involved?
Possibly.
Maybe. I don't know.
If Big Man's involved, what the
hierarchy.
fuck can we do?
Uh,
Nothing.
yeah, I don't think we can really do anything at that point.
Who sent the letter?
I have a guess, but I have no reason to have that guess aside from a stupid theory in my head. My assumption is Mrs. Claus,
That's what I was thinking.
since
They
her
went
and
through separation.
Mr. are going through it right now. Because maybe she knows that something's up there in that house. And we all know how the workshop is.
Myself more so than
Yeah.
Not a bad theory.
So if we can't get the big man, but how do we solve this case? 'Cause we can't just go murder. It's 2023.
we can't do that. We'll go to jail for like life.
Have we heard anything from Hermie yet?
We can call Hermie. Now would be, I feel like, the appropriate time for Hermie to have figured out the information. Even though we basically know what it is at this point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll tell everyone what it is.
Oh, incredible. So we know kind of assumption of what it is at this point. We just need to know who threw the powder and when. Well, not when. We know.
If Dasher had it.
If Dasher had it, but I mean, he was fine with getting his powder out in front of the head elf, so the head elf is at least aware that he is on this prescription if everything must go through the head elf.
Do you think the head elf set Dasher up to do this?
No.
I don't know if Dasher would do it.
But
Is
he
there-
might know.
Surveillance cameras on this street?
No.
We don't
Do
have
you
any.
think the privileged want you to know what people they let in their houses?
Does he have a Ring doorbell?
No.
He
No,
doesn't
he
have
wanted.
any.
Now, if anything, it would just be a non-functioning box kept in one corner that's obvious it doesn't work, but it's just meant to scare people from a distance.
We don't have any alibi for him either.
We haven't been asking.
No. He
Should have, but I was.
asked where he was last night.
You were pretty engrossed in that whole.
I did not give a single fuck. I was just trying to keep him talking while you found out whatever you were trying to find out.
Wish we
My
could
brain
find
was melting out of my skull.
Like more?
Yeah.
out. My.
I'm sorry. That was harsh. Hey, I'm
That
sorry.
was a little mean.
Hey, I'm gonna jump up into your arms.
I'll catch you.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm gonna put a hand on your shoulder. Barely. I can barely reach it from wherever your arms are. I didn't mean that. That was rude of me. That is a defense mechanism, and you do not deserve that.
Okay, thanks.
You got a brain in there, and I know that.
And you're great.
Thank you.
talented.
Yeah. I ruffle your hair.
Oh,
So thank you for pulling me out of there.
of course, you did not seem like you were having a good time, and that head elf guy
No.
was an asshole.
I mean,
He-
I
think we should just
wanted
kill
to
him.
punch. I wanted to punch him so bad, but
No. If we kill him, if
what's stopping us from just leaving the North Pole?
the massive amount of miles from the nearest civilization.
But
And I
like,
mean, do you want to live in an actual civilization like
I think I would get.
Canada?
I mean, that's something.
Or
Was
the
a
United
magic no longer
States?
work?
Ugh.
Do we have to go to there? I mean, I feel like
I don't think
there's got to be
murder
some
is
place
their
that's better than the
answer.
North Pole at this point.
We could
Okay,
go
then
to
what do we
South Pole.
do? South Pole.
Anyway.
Can we call Hermie?
Okay, yeah, after all that, you are able to call Hermie, and he was like, I was just, finishing up some stuff out to talk to y'all. So, yeah, whatever that substance is, it seems to be, uh, it seems to be something that, kind of like goes for, the nerves. It's something pharmaceutical. It helps, in a small enough dose, it just kind of like, acts as a bit of a relaxant.
Mhm.
Able to kind of like, make a person feel relaxed. So, kind of like before a surgery kind of deal. Before they give you like the gas.
All
But
right.
in a strong enough dose, this will just outright knock you out. If not, cause some cardiac arrest.
Interesting.
Got me looking a bit more into got me a bit more into looking at Rudolph. Nothing in depth. Noticed some force used on that antler. I imagine you all have already picked that up.
We did pick that up. I presume the commissioner didn't tell you anything about the powder found on his nose.
And I was cleaned up before I got there. But it's not cleaned up well. Could see some still in his nose and mouth. And,
What?
it didn't seem... You seem to have some... And... He seems to have a bit of a scraping along the nose as well. I don't think he was partaking freely. He might have been shoved into taking some.
What amount of force would it take to break an antler like that? In the way that it was broken?
Well, it would probably take the weight of a reindeer. A pretty strong blow. Someone pretty muscular. Bit larger than a person, carrying that force naturally to them.
Bit larger than a person.
Or someone muscular.
Or some muscular.
Or a reindeer.
Or reindeer. That's a lot of people.
Yes.
That's not an answer.
Yes, unfortunately there was no role attached to this, so there's no definitive evidence outside of what came up from beforehand on previous roles.
So, okay. Okay, what do we have? What do we have? So, a lot of force went into breaking the thing. He pushed off the roof after being given the nerve chill or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah,
Against
after
his
being
will.
forced to snort the
Forced to sniff, to snort the drugs.
Which
Antler was
probably
broken on the
caused
roof.
Which probably caused the argument.
the antler was probably part of the struggle.
Yeah. Probably, I mean, maybe like grab Antler to force to sniff the drugs.
Yeah. And then broken off.
In that
Rudolph.
struggle.
Yeah, Rudolph broke free.
Yeah. Because Rudolph, clean cut kid, doesn't want to do the drugs.
Was about to leave, and then the muscle relaxant gave in, causing him to slip and fall.
Yeah. But premeditated because it was like, we're good. What was, Nate, what was the word that the head elf said after you, like, what was the statement he said? You're going to get your spot back and then something else.
And let's say a share in the profits from the upcoming coal plant.
The upcoming coal plant.
Which is why the callback was there.
Right.
I mentioned the callback.
Yeah.
So
What does coal have to do with anything?
could Rudolph have been rallying against it for some reason? And the coal industry was not a fan.
I mean, the coal industry is Claus's industry, right? It's everything. It's Santa. Santa's the branding.
Santa is the branding.
If you're naughty,
Santa's
you get
ev-
coal.
So maybe
Yeah.
Rudolph knew something
Naughty.
about the coal
You have to make a lot of coal.
and was going to go public about it.
Hmm.
Do I know anything about the coal thing?
There is, I mean, Santa's got some coal mine operations that are kept outside the city, but that is any free information that can be given, and I don't have a
Yeah.
role where you can just pick this up. Like, oh yeah, I suddenly remember this from the news.
Hmm.
Well, I meant for my time in the workshop.
Oh, your time in the workshop? Yeah, that'd be it. Just like, yeah, he has operations to collect the coal. It's not always great, and the conditions in those mines are as terrible as in the
Horrendous.
workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah. If not worse.
There has been a recent rebranding effort for calling it clean coal, which,
Which is what we saw.
yeah,
Clean coal.
What does that mean, though? What
All
does
I
the
know
coal
is
industry have to do with it?
all I know about the coal thing is the coal mines, but that's only, and the conditions are horrible.
Surprise.
Sometimes they tell you when you don't do enough or your quota is under for the day, you get sent to the mines for a day.
Hmm.
actually, there is something. Any three of you can go ahead and roll either a sharp or a smart roll.
I'm never
I'll give this to
fucking
the person who rolls
sharp.
the highest.
One stone.
Come
Wow,
on.
you all actually
Yeah,
rolled
we're
well.
Smart. We all know it, actually.
Okay, yeah, let's go to everyone. Go at the same level of success. There has been talks about Santa opening up a new coal plant to make up for the demand because of all of the places here, and something to help refine the coal so it is this clean coal to hand to children.
Maybe we get rid of this place.
It has not
Coal
been given a definite location yet.
plant?
Ow!
So we can't. Coal's nothing.
But you know who might know? The missus.
The missus. I mean, but can we just go up and chat with the missus? I suspect
They're
that she's the
going
one
to-
that's called us.
They're going through a separation,
Right.
so that means they're not currently together.
Yeah,
They're
but
not
she's
under
still the
terms.
missus.
Do we know where she's currently?
A few
is?
blocks down. Still
Do
in
I
Plum Pudding
know?
Place, living with her
Do
sister.
I know if Mrs. Claus is generally nice?
She's definitely been against Santa since he's taken on the more corporate side of things in the last few decades.
Okay.
I mean, do we go to Claus and see what happens?
I
Is
think
this-
that's one of the only options we have right now, unless I'm missing something. Which I could be. I miss a lot of things.
Do I see if there's
You
anyone
catch me
watching
every
us?
time I jump in your arms.
Oh yeah, that's very obvious. You're jumping into my arms.
Yeah.
Do I
but you
see if
don't
there's
win.
anyone watching us?
You don't catch anyone seeing you right now, no.
Okay.
We're not gonna get got.
At this point, there is a light snowfall that's starting to come down.
So shall we go to Mrs. Claus?
I suppose so. What does coal have to do with anything? I should have been taking notes. Hey, chat. What the fuck does coal have to do with anything? Flint coal?
I still
Oh my
think
God,
it's
no.
Rudolph found out something and they wanted to silence him. That's my current theory. And he was starting to go public
And
about
this
it.
was a planned takedown.
I mean, yeah, it was planned because they planned on Dasher having his spot back.
Yeah, so
They wanted Dasher to have his spot back because he's more easily controlled
Yeah.
than Rudolph.
Okay.
Walking down these streets, though, the snow beginning to gently fall down, you eventually come across a gingerbread house. A few stories tall with glazed pillars helping support the entryway. You find the residence of Mrs. Claus, recently taken up within the last few years and fully lived in now for her and her sister ever since the temporary splitting, the separation trial that they are going through. Or at least that's what they call it publicly.
Mm.
But you can go ahead and knock at the candy door.
this house is making me so hungry.
We could have stopped
Stop.
and gotten food.
We should have on our way here.
You coming last Christmas?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Shut up.
Alright.
Should we
After
grab
a-
something afterwards?
Yeah, we can get like. I mean, do you want to get what? Do you want to get like Chinese food?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
After
I'm not listening to last
about a
Christmas
minute.
by Naked Trainer.
Okay. After about a minute, the door opens up, and you can see Mrs. Claus, an elderly woman with silky, silvery hair, kept back, seems to be kind of like bundled up, kind of like ready to be braided soon. She has a silk red gown on right now, and like a red kind of like velvet gloves, some like bits of jewelry, kind of like beaded necklaces, earrings on, and notably no ring on the finger.
Mm.
And as she
You
kind of
can
like
roll-
opens,
Jingle.
as she opens up the door and looks over you. Huh. I didn't expect you all so soon.
Theory was correct. Potentially. We have some questions if we could potentially come inside.
Welcome inside. Come, let's chat by the fireplace then. Let me hear
Cool.
what you found about my about that bastard's operations.
Hmm.
I love her already.
Go off, ma'am.
Well, yeah, she goes ahead and leads you inside, and pours cups of mulled, your choice of mulled wine, or just kind of like hot chocolate for each of you.
Hot chocolate.
I
We'll
am a
take the hot
toy.
chocolate.
Do you have like a little wooden cup that is like filled with resin or something that I can pretend to drink out of? Or an
Uh,
empty glass would also be fine.
Here's such a glass.
Thank you. Hmm.
You can also see, like, on one of the desks next to her is just a stack of parchment paper decorated like the same that you got earlier in the day. So, what have you found?
We found that I mean Rudolph fell from the roof after being forcefully made to ingest some
What's the name of the
nerve suppressing drugs.
nerve clear?
No, yeah.
I think that's what it's called.
I just called it nerve calm because I
Nerve
immediately forgot what the actual term
nerve
for
me
this
calm.
is. Like, this is based off of an actual thing in medicine. I just forgot the term.
It's nerve calm. my favorite med at the store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Um,
calm.
his antler was broken in the process on the roof after an altercation with someone on that roof. The antler can only have been broken by a suitable amount of force from either like someone quite large and muscular or another reindeer. We found that Dasher is currently prescribed this drug for his who knows what. And that we were threatened by the head elf after being found talking with Dasher.
Yes, he's head elf is not that nice.
And the case was immediately cleared off by the commissioner as just being a tragic accident.
And you all found that it's definitely not an accident, then.
No.
Hmm.
Considering that Dasher's getting his spot back at the front of the line.
You can only assume that Dasher is being put there again because he's more easily pliable than Rudolph was.
And
Dasher will do
something about
anything
the
to keep his
coal
fame.
plant.
The
Something,
coal
something
plant.
coal.
The clean coal plant.
The clean coal plant.
I know something about that, then.
I didn't know you were a fan of Glee.
I've never seen the
Me?
show, no.
Did the Glee one just come on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, he wanted to open up a good operation to make himself look better. Some PR campaign for whatever the fuck clean coal means.
Mrs. Claus says fuck. That's cool as hell.
Problem is, he didn't have a good place in the city with this. Nice PR, terrible work, terrible runoff for whatever chemicals we put into the water to help with things. And he decided to go ahead and think about one prime real estate where he didn't think anyone would care too much. A bit of a middle finger to a rival within the island as well. Put it right across the street. Tear down an apartment building and build this coal plant.
His rival's Jack Frost, right?
No.
No, it's like the king and the
The Island of Misfit Toys.
yeah, the Island
Yeah.
of Misfit Toys.
So King Moonracer.
You'd have to tear down several blocks for
Oh.
that, right? It's a whole coal plant.
Yeah. A lot of people would have to be evicted. A lot of restructuring of the city. A lot of...
Displaced toys.
Yeah, it sounds like Rudolph would be against this.
If Rudolph found out, yes, he would definitely be against it. But that also is a lot of PR and a lot of money at stake.
So instead, have Rudolph have a terrible accident.
Right outside the building. A
That is
terrible
gonna be
memorial.
The island.
He could just go ahead and make it sound better after he tears it all down and puts Rudolph's name on it. Say it's in his memory.
Oh, great.
Using him as a martyr.
So what are we supposed to do about this then? Are you going to take this? We can't exactly go against.
I mean, what we gonna do? Shoot Santa?
We can't take this into the courts or anything. I don't think we could
We'll
go
just get
against
silenced.
him.
Unless we gather up old toys, get King Moonracer on our side, but then that's still against all the elves.
especially the head elf.
So what exactly did you want to come out of this, Mrs. Claus?
I wouldn't have minded some truth of the matter. Something to throw at that man, make him displeased. But this is a bit more than that, isn't it?
This is incriminating.
Nothing directly linked to him, though.
No.
Unless you get someone to talk.
If anyone would talk, it would be Dasher. But he's already been threatened, so who knows how well that will go for us.
Or the head elf.
The head elf won't talk.
Well,
The head elf
unless-
might say something, but we might be in for a fight as he is saying something.
Well,
maybe Santa Claus himself.
you'll not get a word from him. No. Dasher's only in danger should that man be kept in charge, but not technically away. So if anything were to happen and he would be charged with a crime and have to give up the workshop, I think I know someone who has to take control of operations then.
So you want us to convince Dasher to talk, because if Santa's not in control, then he's not in danger, and then he'll talk?
And the workshop will go to you.
Not big fella. You're pretty smart, aren't you?
See?
See, there you go.
Told you.
I could threaten him into talking.
All right. Well,
Oh.
You had your moment.
I think Dasher's been threatened enough today. I think that
I
if
think
we
being
come in,
honest with him.
yeah, that they're all in a kind of shit situation right now, because then what's gonna stop good old Saint Nick from doing it again when Dasher does something out of line, and then Dasher gets put down too.
The moment that any of them go out of line.
Yes.
So we talk Dasher again and try to convince him to squeal.
Feel like his life depends on it.
We're gonna
Just
need
might.
to record it as well.
All
Hold that
access
for 'em.
interview. Stream live on Twitch. Or do we record it and then post it? Record it and then post it because we don't want.
Yeah.
Or would we want the elves to show it, because then that is proof that
Mm.
they're
Something
trying to
fishy's
hide
happening.
something.
I think we should not try to fight the elves.
Probably not.
So I think we should just record and then post it later. Or, well, do we have to post it? Should it just be evidence in court?
Probably just evidence in court.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can go back to him and sort things out. If we think that's enough to do it, I know that the big man's got a lot of lawyers, presumably, that will demolish a lot of things.
How good are your lawyers, ma'am?
Oh, trust me, they're just as good as anything as he can go ahead and present. If not better. I know where to put my cards.
All right.
Okay, I think with her backing, it should be okay.
Then let's go back there. See what we can do. hope that he doesn't have an elf god now outside of his home. Granted, they didn't immediately after we left, so.
Do you all decide to go back to Dasher's place then?
I will thank Mrs. Claus for the
Yeah.
hot chocolate.
Thank
Oh,
you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Oh no, thank you, dearies, for all of your work.
Of course.
You're really nice.
Oh, I try to be. Have a holly jolly.
That
Have a
niceness
very
will
nice
be-
Christmas.
Mhm.
Thank you. That kindness will help a lot at the workshop. And I will leave.
All right.
Alright, so you make your way a few blocks back down. And you can see Dash's place again. Anyone who wants, you can make a sharp. If you want to check to see if there is
Yes,
anyone.
please.
keeping an eye.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's get just one person.
Oh, okay. Well, that's on one person.
Do I get a +1 because of the what?
Yes, because you have not rolled yet.
It is still the
Wait.
same kind of success, though.
Yeah.
It is still the same kind of success.
Yeah.
Or actually, what was that 10 from? Oh, that was
That was out the roll
that
for
would
the-
count. That would count. So it'd be another. Yeah. So
It's the
another
same kind of
success.
success. It literally doesn't do anything
Yeah.
at all. So it
Um.
does not matter.
So yeah, you
I'm
kind
gonna use a luck point.
Okay.
Fuck it. We ball.
You look around and you don't see too much at first until, with the snow beginning to fall down more, you do hear a bit of a crunch and the snow from someone's footprint nearby. And looking over, you can go ahead. You're not necessarily noticed yourself at this moment, you think, but you can see that there is probably an elf or two who's still keeping an eye on things. Probably a station guard.
Are we just gonna go back? I'll mention that. Do you want me to?
Is there an alleyway like behind the house?
Yeah, there's other corners you can go ahead and try to sneak on through if you would like.
I think we just continue on the street like we're just walking by and then round into an alley and trail back.
I agree. That will help.
I mean, I'm down for murdering them in the middle of the street, but I don't think that will go necessarily well for us.
No, I don't. No. I mean,
No.
I don't have to murder them.
There's nothing else.
I'm the one that's thinking murder.
Yeah.
I have a gun and I want to use it.
I also have a gun.
I'm just gonna assume that you guys normally carry guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not have any weapons.
I also
No,
have
that's
True.
You
I
are
also
the
have an
weapon, darling.
umbrella at my side.
Oh my lord. What, you
Honestly,
penguin?
I have a pocket knife. I have old-fashioned run, and then I have a baseball bat.
I mean, I have a bat. I have a stick, baton, club, or baseball bat. I'm just saying it's an umbrella.
I have a small handgun in a tool case, which is my body. My body is the tool case. I am the tool.
No, you're cool.
I'm a cool tool.
I will say, by the way, as you're all kind of rounding the corner and making this, that you're able to kind of find a place to sneak between and shade, kind of look around at the at the hedges around Dasher's place and just kind of push your way through, or kind of otherwise go over them, so that you can kind of go to the other side and sneak your way into the back door. As you kind of do that, you can hear the sounds of fire crackling, and Dasher just seemed to be moaning and crying to himself.
Oh my lord.
Oh my.
There's no good way to do this if we've already snuck into his house.
No.
Ooh, Dasher.
Don't do that.
We're not
I'm
gonna go
gonna-
through the past, present, and future.
Molly, was that
I mean,
you?
I could.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
My old business partner. Have you come to discuss Dasher AI?
Oh my lord. Now Louisa. No, Dasher. Not anymore. Off around the corner.
I've been told not to talk to you.
You have been. But do you want to talk? Alright, I mean, you can certainly do that.
Can
But
I?
do as you will.
Use my intimidating presence to try to persuade him to talk?
Sure.
What is that?
Plus
That's-
cool. Sorry, no, it's plus tough instead
Wow,
of
who
plus
said
cool.
you could do that?
So it's 2d6.
Yeah.
2d6 plus 2. Oh, come on.
Wow.
Okay.
You know what? Fuck it. Luck.
Okay.
I'm going luck.
Okay, so with that, there's also
Do the
it's
whole-
another thing added onto where they're just gonna be a little bit more open out of fear of you. Don't hurt me.
We don't intend to hurt you. We're trying to help you at this current point because it seems like chances are you're going to get hurt by the people that are promising you to protect you anyway.
What? No, 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 no. No one's gonna. No, no. The head elf is not gonna hurt me. What do you mean?
Oh, by what do you mean that the head elf? I didn't say anything about the head elf. I just said those that were protecting you. What makes you think the head elf's gonna hurt you? I mean, the fact that he openly threatened you in your own home.
It was.
And that he-
It was a co-worker conversation, for management is all.
Right. And a
I don't need
coworker
protection for
conversation. You don't need protection from anything, not
No.
even with your potential involvement with the death of one Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Their face grows blank as they just stare at you.
Listen. We're not here to antagonize you. We understand that you are being used as a pawn by a corrupt system that is actively making your life significantly harder and worse. I mean, you earlier today told me of a brilliant idea that is already getting shut down before it's even off the ground just because what? You have to clear it with someone who that's not involved with what you do, pulling a sled around. Why does he have to give an okay on your brilliant idea? They're trying to control you and silence you like they were trying to silence your coworker who is now unfortunately dead.
Or like they've been trying to silence other people around the city. I'm gonna use hard-boiled wit.
Okay. After that, we'll go ahead and also have I guess this will be people pleaser, so a plus cool from Jilt as well.
Yeah.
Hey, I get to do two things. Well, I guess I can do the heal one harm, which I don't have any harm, so whatever. And then I'll give what's her name? Jolt or
Joe,
Joe? Okay.
jack of all
I'll-
trades.
Oh, that makes sense.
In a
Okay.
box.
I'll also give Joe a +1 on your next roll.
All right. So
All
then a +3 to this roll. Ooh, a rough roll, but that brings it up to a full success with people pleaser.
Yeah. What do you need from me?
We need you to be willing to talk about everything that's going on here. We have a contact who is also against the big man. And they would be very interested in having someone speak against him. Because with him out of the way, there's no one around that can push you again.
Wish, huh? Listen, it wasn't supposed to go.
Hit
I don't
record
know.
on my phone.
I don't know what you've been told. It wasn't supposed to go like that. It was just a conversation after. Tried having a talk in my room during the party about Rudolph's knowledge. Try to smooth things over. That everything will be okay. Just let it all go by. No. He wanted to be the hero. He wanted to go ahead and try to stop it all. Stop the new venture.
The coal
Let's-
factory.
Yeah. I let the head elf know about Rudolph's things. Just like any good reindeer would do. Told us talk things over. That's just if need be, make sure he's calmed down and he wasn't feeling calm. I tried to help. It was just meant to get him to relax and be more open with the discussion, and he slipped. I grabbed his antler.
And ripped off.
He couldn't control himself because it's already kicking in. I'm not in trouble, am I? It was an accident. It's just an accident.
Right.
I think it's still manslaughter.
We can talk about that later. But you were that you said the head elf wanted you to soothe things over. The head elf kind of drew you to the having that conversation again.
Yeah, we picked there. Rudolph wanted to have a look over the place. That was for where the plans were going to be.
Right.
He shouldn't have played. He shouldn't have tried to play the hero. If you think about it, it's actually him, right?
I mean, no. No. It's the corrupt system that you've kind of been forced into, and all of that. Just in different ways, you're just victims of the same society. We live in a society.
Damn it.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
This is your Joker moment.
Yeah, I'm the Joker. I'm the Joker in the box. Would you be willing to... Your orders directly came from the head elf.
I was. Yeah, the head elf wanted me to talk. Wanted me to make sure things were cool. Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's just what he said. Make sure things were cool.
And when I let him know what happened, he said he would make sure things were taken care of. That I'd be taken care of as well.
Right, of course. Did you tell him immediately after the incident, the encounter on the rooftop?
Yeah, you always keep him informed.
Right.
Like any good deer would do.
Like any good deer would do.
Do I hear if there's anyone in here other than us?
Make a sharp roll.
Because we've been in here for a while.
I'm gonna commit a homicide.
11. You hear the door open from the front.
Someone's coming.
Do we hear any footsteps?
Loud ones.
Like the footsteps we heard earlier, or
As well as, you hear the same loud ones accompanied by what sounds like another couple pairs of footsteps.
Yeah, good.
Dasha, I would recommend hiding and getting yourselves out of this situation.
I can do that. I played a tree once in school.
I remember reading that in your autobiography.
You read it?
Of course. I'll roll the lie to him. Presidential alert, the girls are fighting.
Is there any sound coming from the back door?
No, just the front door right now. It's
Head
approaching.
to the back door.
I'm gonna end the recording, send to Mrs. Claus his phone number.
Head to the back door. Do we want to send him to the lounge? Do we want to send him to the lounge or just go?
He can go wherever.
Okay.
He just needs to get out of here. He can fly. He'll figure it out.
Yeah. Get out of here. If you have to fly.
Alright, Dash will go ahead and dash away all out of here.
You.
Shut up!
I'm leaving the call. I'm done.
That's so. Oh my god.
Of course.
We just let a fucking murderer get out of here. That's fine. I mean, he fully did it.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did commit manslaughter.
He fully committed manslaughter. That's a later problem. Right now, we need him to talk against the head elf. But if we kill the head elf, it's fine.
Nah, he has to serve.
But
To
yeah.
serve?
What's he
Hi.
saying?
Dasher's
Oh.
out of the house now, and you all see the head elf as well as the two security elves accompanied. The head elf seeing you all.
Oh, fancy seeing you here again.
Fancy seeing you as well. I thought I said a fuck off.
You did, but that was like an hour ago. So,
Yeah.
fuck
They-
off
they
only
only
has about
last.
an hour of a commitment to it.
Where is Dasher?
That's a great question. We came in here trying to ask questions and then no sign of him. Door was ajar when we stumbled in trying to see if there was any funny business.
Oh, you just contacted the lawyers. Start the process like I told you to. Maybe you'd have gotten to meet him.
Well, I mean, he's just a regular member of society, and if he lets us in his door, then that's not an us thing. He's just a normal man. We were just having a normal conversation. You can't just control another person.
Yeah,
What
like
city
you can't
do you think
control
you're
us.
Well, I think I'm in a bit of a shithole, if I'm to be completely honest.
You're in the wrong city to try to make a fool of me, is where you are.
Oh, right, and who are you again?
I'm the head goddamn elf.
Yeah, you look like just a normal fucking guy. And you make your walk sound so much louder when I know you don't actually walk that loud. You're trying to make yourself sound loud, and it's not intimidating. Honestly, it's a little embarrassing. I'd recommend getting some tap shoes, maybe. That would, kind of spice up your step a little bit.
You also look like one of those guys from like Jersey. I think that's what it's called.
That's a good one.
I don't need any talk from you about this. An elf is an elf in the workshop. All you're meant to do is make presents.
Then what the fuck are you doing here then? Shouldn't you be off making presents? What the fuck are they doing here? Why aren't they making presents? They seem to be standing behind you doing jack fucking shit.
And what the fuck am I doing here? Why am I not making presents? Wait.
No, you stop. Kinsel, you stop.
Sorry. It's fine.
I
I think we are about to do some. I think we are about to do some gift wrapping around here.
That's not anything. That's not anything. You can't even pretend that was something that you just did because that was nothing. I would recommend watching a single film, my good man.
No.
I'm gonna step it like between everyone.
How's this for some wrapping?
No,
6 feet of dirt and lime over you.
No.
Worst rap I've ever heard. So wait, different kind of rap.
Are you gonna do anything or are you just gonna say bad lines?
The head elf will go ahead and look at your hand with the phone as...
I'm fully stepping between them.
I think I need something real quick, and then I'll let you leave.
Alright, what do you need? I put my phone back in my toy box, in my Jack in the Box box.
I think you're in possession of some very dangerous materials that need to be brought over.
Oh,
investigated.
thank you. Yeah, these guns? I flex.
Okay, you thought you were trying to do something? Kidding.
Excuse me. I understand that
Those
I
are
am
extremely
made
flimsy arms you've got right there.
yeah. Well, you're calling a toy from the workshop flimsy? Well, maybe your elves should be doing better then, sir. It sounds like you're not a very good head elf. And you don't have a right to search me, sir. I know my rights.
Do you have a warrant?
I have the goddamn
They're
warrant.
Jingle Mary.
they're not
Excuse
gonna
you,
get
do
fucking
you have a
close.
warrant?
Absolutely not. They're not gonna
If
get
you don't
fucking
have a
close.
warrant, you can't do shit.
The
I'll
other
kick
2
them.
elves are gonna go ahead and step forward to try to get to Jolt.
No. That's not happening. I'll
I'm-
crack my knuckles and use my.
I'm gonna jump on
my
a bookshelf.
Use my
Above their height.
boing.
They're elves. They're tiny.
what
You
was
know,
it?
I feel
My
like this is
old-fashioned
vaguely-
brawn.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna do the intimidating presence. You're just gonna go ahead and attack, huh?
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna wait for them to make the first move.
Yeah,
before
I was
Alright.
about to say we have to wait.
I'll say that I'll wait. I'll try to use my intimidating presence to get them to back the fuck off. But if they start to, I'm gonna wait for them to make the first move,
Alright.
and then I'll get physical.
As Jolt is going for the jump, they're gonna go ahead and reach out, try to grab you. They can succeed easily, by the way, so they will.
Wait,
unless
what's
it
happening?
is done.
He's going on the shelf.
Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and just grab Jolt before.
And
Jolt
I
can get
believe
himself.
I was being fully body blocked.
Yeah,
by
I was
a larger individual
between them.
friend.
I would not let them get to
Okay.
Goat. No. So how do I intercept them?
Let's get your intimidating presence in the works then.
All right.
Kick the shit out of these elves.
That +2. 8.
Okay, you're able to go ahead and get one to begin to back off, but Mary will go ahead and
Mary,
kinda
was
like-
it?
move off to the side to go where Jolt just jumped over to.
Hey, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, watch the hands. Yeah. Do you like your working conditions, or are you being forced around too, like these other elves? I'm trying to use my eye of the beholder.
I make 6 figures, so it's whatever to me.
Hmm. And you're doing this? This is kind of boring and kind of beneath it, don't you think?
I'm making good money. Go ahead and roll your cool.
Okay, I will. I can do one of the
Hey,
options.
no.
Yeah.
The hostility level goes down in my vicinity.
Okay.
Hostile force will be less inclined to harm me.
Mary will be less inclined to harm you, yeah. Listen. listen, I don't really care about the job, what the details, the pay is good, I get benefits, I get
Right.
2 weeks of vacation a year.
That's really nice, actually.
Only 2
fuck.
weeks?
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
that should be more. I mean,
Do you get dental?
Yeah. Everything's
Okay.
paid for dental. Which is
Holy
great. All the
shit.
candy cane. Oh, there's candies galore.
I'm gonna turn to the head elf. If I come back, can I get that? I'm gonna use hard-boiled wit.
we're gonna revolutionize all the other elves and be like, hey, this elf is making 6 figures.
I'm gonna make myself the focus of attention, or not, or anyone not in the party.
No, you
I'm
can't.
gonna have to
Why
protect
would you
both
get that?
of you.
Look. I think I've proven myself.
Okay, so you're doing great with these 8s here.
You've proven yourself as a thorn in our sides and as someone who
Yeah,
abandoned.
a good thorn. I did not abandon. I gave my 2 weeks.
Well, listen, we all
Not
know
my fault.
about
You
your
kept saying
abandonments.
no.
That relationship was not secret.
Ooh.
You leave her out of this.
Whoa.
There's a her. Oh shit.
Pull out my notebook again.
Meanwhile,
Right,
Jingle
this
is
isn't
just.
in a gay relationship.
Yeah, for the first time. I'm not
You made
playing
a-
a gay character.
You made a hetero character.
Bi.
Brian.
Bi. No, you're bi. You're bi. You're bi, obviously. You're not het. Brian, it's Christmas. I'm your mother. No son of mine.
Yeah, heterosexual.
You will be gay and you will like it, sir. You will think about kissing boys. Nate's dead. I killed the head elf.
All of this,
Kill-
while, by the way,
wait,
while
wait,
Jingle's
the
in
head
front
elf or
of.
the het elf?
Ooh, the head elf.
Wait,
Oh my
Listen,
What about
god.
Jingle?
listen.
Jingle's just standing in front of. Michael just kind of like looking around at the other two, like, what am I supposed to do? What?
Head elf. You look stressed. You look like you could use a back rub. I'll give you a back rub.
No! What the fuck are you talking about? I'm here trying to threaten you all into doing something for me with the implication
just
I'm going to try
recording
to
on my
kill you.
phone.
What do
What
you
was
mean?
We're
Sorry.
doing what, sir?
Oh, there's the... Mary! What are you doing? I'm just discussing the benefits of the job. It's a very nice job. I really like this job. I do have work with the dumbest of people.
Do you hear what he
Listen.
just called you?
Mr. Head Elf, you're like big, strong, muscular, and oh my god, I might have a thing for him.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I thought you were het.
Are you flirting? What the? I don't
I'm
know. what's-
flirting with you.
We can fix the head elf by making him gay.
Yeah.
We can solve the case. You're gay. I'll reference Happy Death Day again.
Jingle just kind of like look over to Michael. I mean, do you want to just throw down for the heck of throwing down? I don't know what they're up to. I just kind of wanted to go in a fight.
Who is this? The what?
The
Jingle,
one that's
the one who
bringing up
hasn't been having a conversation with anyone yet.
I mean, I'm not gonna throw the first punch. If you want to go for it.
No, I can't until I'm told to. I don't have the signal yet.
Okay.
I was kind of expecting to throw down pretty quickly.
Okay. How's your day been?
That's been nice. Found out that I'm making apparently a little less than Mary. I'm only at 5
Oh.
figures.
Oh.
Oh,
thank you.
what?
I have
That's
5
way
years,
more than
10
a
years.
little.
What? That's an outrage. What is happening
I'm
here?
so sorry for you, my guy.
We need to talk to someone about this.
Oh, he's right over there, my boss.
Head elf, what is this? Why is there such pay discrepancy between your employees?
Because Michael lost some of Santa's cookies several occasions. That happened
Whoa.
to have cookie crumbs in his mouth.
Mm.
So he's
Who
got
is
some
this?
demerits.
Jingle?
Whoa, what the fuck?
Jingle, yes. Jingle got the merits because we've understood he obviously ate Santa's cookies several times.
Okay, even
Is
I
it
know you
Jingle?
don't touch Santa's cookies.
Is this true?
Mm,
I'm gonna give him a fist bump.
Yeah, fuck the man.
Look,
Yeah,
Look,
Head
I
Elf,
say that-
you seem really stressed. You need to
I'll give you a back
calm your
rub.
nerves a little bit.
Are you... Yeah. This is a weird situation, but yeah, let's go ahead and roll cool.
What the fuck is happening anymore?
For which of us? For who?
Who's
I don't
rolling
know.
cool? Who's the highest cool?
I'm not even gonna roll. I'm gonna just use luck and get a 12.
No.
How far are you close to being out of luck, by the way?
This is my second luck.
Okay.
You really
I've
should've
been rolling
maybe
really
dropped
well.
the limit of lucks that we have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of
Roll
like...
one shot.
I should have just had it like 3, honestly.
2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Oh, I don't have the +2, but it
Okay.
would have been success anyway. So never mind. I'm not using the luck.
You've made the Het Elf not.
Look, I'll give you a back rub. I'll
Oh
even
my-
give you.
I'll skip the back
God.
rub. Just...
So you just want to kiss then?
No. No.
A
Wow.
hug.
I'm not interested in any relationship, okay?
Who said it has to be a relationship?
We don't need
Yeah.
physical contact here.
No relationship, none of this
He
touch.
doesn't want
I'm
any
not cool with
physical
any of
contact.
that.
Okay.
Good to
Okay.
know.
I'm
No.
just... Oh my god.
Listen, I'll give him my business.
If you need to talk, if you need to relax, come to the lounge.
Boy, I'm fired.
If
I am fired with all of this.
Well, the good news is, if this all goes public, then look, Santa's out of the job anyways. So, you know, maybe you're not fucked. You're fucked entirely, dude. You really fucked up.
Fuck it, I'm not as... Fuck it. Alright, Jingle Mary, let's just go.
and
I'm
look,
gonna
you
talk
guys
to the
are doing
I'm
your
gonna talk to
job.
the missus.
Oh.
See what I can settle there. Jingle just kind of looks. So there's not going to be a brawl that we thought was going to happen for the sake of one character whose sole thing is centered around being a muscular person and handling fights. Nope, I feel like everything went in a weird way that no longer makes sense to do.
It's like someone didn't want to throw the first punch because then we're liable.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I feel like this is also very on brand for us. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
We tried. Remember how we beat the Monster of the Week game by hugging the monster?
Yeah.
And you know what
Yeah.
we just tried to do? We just tried to kiss the head elf to solve the problem. And we just let the man who
Let us
committed
kiss the head
manslaughter.
elf, damn it.
This is very on brand for us. Let's be real.
Hey, not everything needs to end in a fight. It's. Sorry, Stone, that your muscle character didn't get to display
No,
all
it's
their
perfectly
muscle.
fine. Better not to have violence. It's perfectly fine. Look, I got to intimidate. It was
Yeah.
fun.
But yeah, they're just gonna go ahead. Yeah, the 3 are gonna go ahead and just leave. Jingle will kind of like hang around back, be like, "Okay,
I'll
listen.
give-
Anytime you want to fight, I really just want to fight."
Look, just hit me up. I'll give him a card. Hit me up.
Alright.
You know. Cool.
All right, well,
I'll give the head elf a card for the lounge. Be like, listen, if you ever want to meet up and hang out, I want to get to know you better.
Oh my
You seem
god.
like a really nice guy.
I'm not a nice guy. I've committed a lot of crimes.
Yeah, and that's kind of hot.
Yeah, I don't. I don't really want that in my lounge. If I'm gonna be real on that one.
I hope Ryan's parents just walked
Yeah,
in on that one.
think that was that your mom?
Yeah, it was.
Amazing. I thought I was your mom.
I'm gonna also give Jingle another fist bump.
Okay. But yeah, they're gonna go ahead and leave.
I'm gonna wink at him.
He gives you the middle finger back.
Fuck.
This NPC is not romanceable.
Done.
You
Yeah.
see that pop up in the corner of your
Yeah.
vision.
No, some
Yeah.
NPCs are just not romanceable. That's
I
just
know.
how it is
True.
sometimes.
I know.
True.
Sometimes you are writing your campaign notes and you're like, this one is romanceable. Please.
Someone.
Please romance this boy.
Anyone.
Me writing Burden to Bear. It's like,
Let's make this PC romanceable. This NPC romanceable.
let's make them all. Unless the ones that aren't.
Alright, but,
Did we do it, Nate? Did we solve the case how you wanted? Is that what you wanted, Nate?
this is the case is solved. I didn't have a way I wanted it solved.
Let me
This
just
is
say,
just not how I expected it.
What did
Let
you
me just
expect?
I wanted y'all to go to say this workshop. I had a whole thing there.
We didn't have to go there, though. It was all Dasher.
I know.
look,
There was stuff
I'm
where if you
glad-
met with King Moonracer, if you met with Yukon Cornelius as well.
There's a lot of things to do in
Next year.
3
Next
hours,
year.
Nate.
next
I know.
year.
With no
That's-
break.
Sorry, enough
This
out
is
of the
really
way.
fun.
We're
this
not
is
quite
really-
done yet. We still need to wrap up.
Okay.
But yeah, the 3 leave. You reconvene with Dasher to probably get the testimony, get all this situated.
Mhm.
Meeting up with Mrs. Claus, she is confused about the situation, how it turned out, especially when the head elf just kind of like popped on over and was like, hey, here's a list of crimes I know about that Santa committed and all of this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So we didn't get just Dasher to testify. We also got the head elf to testify.
Yeah, with the head elf getting the agreement that he doesn't face any legal liability over his side of things and gets to stay as the head elf of the workshop.
Oh, well, we'll just assassinate him.
Oh my god.
Or we'll fix him.
Dasher
thank
will go
you.
to prison for manslaughter still,
Yeah,
Yeah.
as he should, a criminal.
Now there's only 7 reindeer.
and
Well-
Santa is charged with a $50,000 fine for his participation. No jail sentence.
What the fuck? Well, it makes sense.
As
Yeah, Santa.
The rich.
you all get your own payments, get to go on through.
The
But as for
75K we were
Santa-
promised.
Hmm?
The 75K we were promised.
You weren't promised 70. There was no specific number of 75K given.
I thought it was double 25 or it was either 2,500 or 25,000. I don't remember which one.
It was
but like-
2,500 you were given up front. You'll be
It-
given another
Oh.
Maybe the
5,000.
25K payment up front with another
Okay.
75K should you solve the case.
No, it was 2,500.
It's a total of
so-
seven and a
I'm
half
getting us more
thousand.
money.
7,500. Okay.
$7,500.
I don't know.
for
Seems kind of cheap
dismantling.
from Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Brutal.
I mean,
Santa
hey,
will
we
soon enough get the reins back as he and Mrs. Claus eventually settle things together after he's done with his fine.
Oh, ew. She shouldn't go back to him. She's gay.
No, don't go back to him. No.
He's bad. He's still gonna do the same shit.
This is North Pole City. Even with all
Things
the
never change.
glimmer, with
North
all
Pole
of the
City.
glam,
North Pole
It
City
is-
never changes.
the snow globe, once that snow is shaken, it still settles back. That soot,
Shaken, not
that
stirred.
pollution, that corruption. It got shaken, it got disturbed, but it all falls back into place. And that's how this will just keep on going forever. But luckily, the city's got some detectives, good merit and good heart. We're able to go ahead and pluck the snow away bit by bit. And that'll go ahead and be the end of one foggy eve.
Woo!
I hope everyone had fun. I hope this was fun for everyone watching as well.
God, what
One
do we
iconic
do?
last 15 minutes.
We lost it at the end. What happened? We were so like, okay, yeah, we're serious, we're into this, and then we're like,
I think it
Let's
was up
square
until
us
the
again.
point. I think it was up to the point where I was like, "Don't you bring her into this?"
And
Then
we
it
were like,
kinda derailed.
oh yeah, when we started yelling at you for
The
being
energy
pet,
change.
You revealed your character was het, and we were like, absolutely the fuck not. He is.
Everyone else forced it back to like bisexual.
It's like, you are gay.
I was like, fine, fuck it, I'm gonna flirt with the head elf.
And then it worked.
It worked in that it stopped him from
It
attacking us.
confused him. He got
listen.
stunned with confusion. It was like, I
He
don't know
thought
how to
he was
proceed in
het,
these situations.
And then after the flirting, he's like, I gotta think about it.
Oh, not the
That's
head
how
elf.
it
The head
works.
elf is straight up just not into any of this stuff.
Good for the
Oh,
head
he's
elf.
ace. Oh,
we
cool.
love diversity win. The head of
Diversity
committing
win.
crimes.
Diversity does
Ace
win.
Arrow. Diversity.
Love a diversity win. This awful, horrible person, they're queer. Have you considered?
Love the Ace Arrow representation here. As I'm wearing like the Ace Pride colors.
Amazing.
I love
Thank
the
you, Shadow.
diversity hire.
Oh,
God. Jesus. Are we done, Nate?
yeah, we're done. Thank you all so much for joining
my
us for
God.
this Noir Christmas special one-shot. I'll be back with Sharns, hopefully sometime soon next year. Unlike
Yeah.
a year from now next year, obviously. Just need to
No, a year
clarify
from
for the
now.
audience at home who don't know the timestamp, because this
See ya
might be
next
later.
year.
Yeah, see you next year.
Yeah.
Next
I'm not gonna
year.
2024.
I'm not bathing till next year. Haha. Wait, no, this is the 31st.
That's
Yeah,
so nice.
Nate, hello?
Fucker, what?
Ew, yucky. Stinky.
Gross.
Uh-oh.
Someone's a stinky
Uh.
boy. Uh-oh.
I hope everyone had a fantastic time.
Yeah.
I've been Nathan, or GomraZillicon. You can find me at twitch.tv/GomraZillicon, or on Twitter, X, whatever, at GomraZillicon as well.
Don't you bring up X.
Don't bring X into this.
And going out with the same order as we've come in. Stone, where else can you be found?
Hello, I am Stone. You can find me on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/HelloIamStone, where I like to stream. Or you can find me on Twitter at HelloIamStone, where I like to tweet about streams and also about stupid stuff. So find me there.
Thank you very much. Brian?
Hi. I'm Brian. You can find me on Twitter at Cosmic Zeta. You can find me on Blue Sky at
Oh.
Cosmic Zeta. Ooh. You can also
Oh.
find me on Twitch at Cosmic Zeta, or on twitch.tv/Cosmic Zeta. I don't know if I'm going to be doing anything, I'll be honest, but I've been in the hankering to maybe play some games. Oh, wait. Can we announce the thing yet?
What? Lethal Company? Sure.
Yeah.
And I was
Okay,
like, I don't
next-
think that's an announcement. I think that's
Next
just
week, on the 16th, I will be playing. Is it during the same spot as when we would have Sharn?
starting at 3, right? 3 my time
Let me make sure.
for Lethal Company, both days, I think.
That one's on the 20th. On the 16th at 4. Yeah. Well, 6 Eastern, 4 Mountain, because Mountain's the best one. Myself and a bunch of other people, including Nate and including Stone.
Wow.
I want to make sure.
Such a pause.
I don't know. Listen, there's a lot
There's
of
a few
people. in
people,
this.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's
Not
some people that
including
aren't
me.
involving or being
Not
involved
me.
because
I
you get motion
hate-
sickness.
I hate everyone else in this call. That's a joke.
God,
That's a joke.
no.
Don't look like that, Stone. Shut up.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing Lethal Company, and it'll be chaos, pure chaos.
Yippee!
So look forward to that next week. 1 hour before when we would normally start Sharn, and I believe all 3 of us will be streaming it. So catch that on my channel, on Stone's channel, on Nate's channel. But yeah, that's about it.
Becca?
Wow. Sorry, I'm looking at Sunday. Hello, I've been Becca or Cool Armadillo. Shit, I done my whole thing wrong. It's been so long since I've had to do any of these. You can find me anywhere that I'm worth finding as Cool Armadillo, either the 0 is the final O or not. It depends on a case-by-case basis. As for other places you can find me, on Mondays you can find me over at twitch.tv/talkingxp for Ravenloft Misfits, where I play the aforementioned Strahd von Zarovich, where I did their voice earlier this session. And then starting January 3rd, you can find me on Wednesdays over at twitch.tv/takeyourroll for season 3 of Blood Tax, where I play a chaotically horny character, but I'm gonna not be chaotically horny because my boyfriend says I can't. So that's fun. And I am not, I do enjoy all these people in this call. I do not hate them. I apologize for me lying before. I'm
Get the
an
twit longer.
asshole. What?
Get the twit longer ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a public apology. I'm gonna get my ukulele out, and I'm going to do a lovely performance of my apology.
Monetized, of course.
Of course, monetized. Of course. Please watch a 15-hour-long ad before my 5-second-long video. Thank you.
Will just be you crying while playing the ukulele.
That's how I play
in
the
a white,
ukulele
in a
anyway.
white, on a white background.
Yeah.
As for my side as well for streams next week, Coral Island, Monday, Dark Souls 3 Cinder, finishing that up Wednesday, and then Lethal Company Friday and Saturday with a bunch of people. Gonna go ahead and get that shown tomorrow as well. But yeah, thank you all for watching this. Hope it's been fun. This was definitely a nice, dumb, fun thing to do in the meantime, but before waiting for Sharn to be able to get off of that hiatus. But yeah, have a wonderful evening, everybody. You've been amazing, you've been wonderful, you're lovely, and so goddamn extravagant. Have a wonderful holiday season, everyone, and can't wait to see all your faces next time Sharn's back on air.
What the fuck was that?
the-
Did you get possessed?
A little bit.
Ew. Yucky.
Fine. Bye.
That's a bit.
Bye.